Okay, welcome to another session of the Survivors of Tarnstead. A bit shorter this week because I am dying, but we're going to see how
No.
far we can get, hopefully out of the city.
Yeah, we're not gonna get
If the
far.
players go on there, I may be forced to, burn it down, as is my want. Um, but we're going to start with our usual means. Introductions. We have Blackheart as,
Carrick Marsk.
we have Kronos as,
RG Thal.
Hadden as,
Tholdir Forgehammer.
Marcus as,
Corvus Adolas.
Semi as,
Gifton Brockgren.
and Tobias as.
Cassiopeia Steelshot.
Hey, nice. You did it. Okay. Who would like? Did you type at Toby?
What?
No, she moved to her mouth as she said it.
All right. Who would like to give the recap?
Sneaky Faye.
I'll
If
give it, even though I gave it
anybody.
last week. Do you want Thaldir?
I don't know. I feel like I remember Blackheart saying that he might need an inspiration.
Yeah, but my brain isn't working very well enough to remember what happened last week.
Alright. So, going once. Going twice.
If anyone
Sold.
else needs one,
Alright, I used mine last week, so I'm going for it.
go for
Alright,
it.
last week we basically variously met up back at Father Stone's lovely sermon. We had various talks with him. RG went with Marissa into a drug hellscape that was full of poets and beatniks, and came out very weirded out by the situation, but still loves Marissa. Thaldir went and set up the lantern light thing. We had, in the previous sessions, we'd all been to the King's Mercy. We basically did our various running rounds. Corvus sold some braids and ears to the keep for bounty. Carrick ran around trying to ask people about creepy dreams. Cassiopeia got dunked into the moat, and slightly pissed off Father Coppershield, who apparently is being fought by upstart priests. She ended up soaking wet in the House of the Capes, where she vaguely informed them that, yeah, we're totally taking their job, but I'm not the person to do that. Cassiopeia was told, tell Thaldir and Gifton they can come anytime tonight. I'll be here waiting. Cassiopeia went back and said, hey, I told them that you were, gonna come talk to them in the morning. And then the party mostly went back up to the lantern light, and I think that's where we ended with Carrick having a bad dream.
And Carrick having a bad dream. Yeah.
I think that was mostly everything we did, because most of what we did was BS.
It wasn't
Corvus-
a bad dream.
Oh yeah,
It was
and there
a
was
weird
the
dream.
incident with the sword. The incident with the sword at the lantern
yeah.
light, where I got
Corvus-
shocked.
Corvus would like to read his letter before he beds down.
You wanted to do that before you bed down?
Yes.
Okay. You get a description of your target.
Okay.
All right.
Looks like a kid. Oh,
Inspiration. I
You
tried to
get
do it
you get
quick.
your inspiration. Congratulations.
I did an abridged version. for a
Okay.
change.
So, Carrick, you bolt awake.
God. What time is it?
It is the sun looks like it's just about coming up, so it's pretty early still. The rest of your companions still seem to be asleep. You don't know about Cass and Argy and so on because they're not in the same room as you.
I'm gonna get dressed and head downstairs.
Okay. You head on downstairs. Actually, you're on the ground floor.
Oh, that's right. Then I'm gonna head out. And is there anyone actually in the?
No, it doesn't even look like the tavern keeper's up yet.
Proper window. we are up with. I am going to head into town.
You're heading into town? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I am heading to where my token actually is still on the map. Heading down to Temple of Morgani.
Okay, you're heading down to Temple of Morgani. All right, it's a bit chill out, early morning chill, but not so much that you feel uncomfortable. You walk through the city streets. You do see on occasion guards on patrol. Some people seem to be getting up, going to work. Looks like a lot of fishers and so on heading down to the docks. And
Okay.
but your walk to the Temple of Morgani is rather quiet. As you make your way through the streets, yeah, actually no, nothing happens. Not that anything was going to happen.
Totally gonna be a knife from a dark alley.
Yeah, you reach the Temple of Morgani, and there it is. Doors closed. No one really around.
Trying to remember if there were windows in the temple.
For this one, there is not. No.
Can I see light under the door?
There is no light.
I'm gonna look around to see if there's any other doors in, or if it's just the main door.
Okay, you go around the building, and yeah, there seems to be a small side door.
Any light there?
No light.
Cool.
It's very early.
I know it is. I was hoping it wasn't just me for that one. I'm gonna carefully knock loud enough that if someone was like in the dark room, they'd hear it, but not loud enough to wake people up if they were not awake.
Okay. You rap on the door a few times, and honk.
That's
There's a train.
weird.
There's a train.
That's a
and there
train?
is no reply.
That was a train. Okay, we're gonna go someplace else then.
Okay.
Move my token over. We're gonna head towards the Shining Stone. The jewelry shop.
Yep. Okay. You head on over to the Shining Stone, and likewise, the journey there is quite quiet. A few more people out and about now. Rest of the party might be about time you start to stir naturally. Because Carrick has been on a long walk through the city now.
He's gone to the opposite end of town.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And for the Shining Stone, actually, yeah, you do see a. You don't see light because there's no sense in him lighting anything, but you do see sort of movement behind the curtains on the upper story window.
Okay, so he's awake, but the store is not open.
It is not.
Try throwing tiny rocks at his window and serenading him with music.
I mean, the music one could actually work, and he'd probably be very happy.
Try In Your Eyes by Peter Gabriel. It's a foolproof plan.
Peter who?
Gabriel.
Who's Peter Gabriel?
He used to be the lead singer of Genesis.
That was an in-character question, not out of character.
Hey.
I don't think
I'm
they
sure
exist
with
in
you.
this world. About actually, we'll see how thing. Do shops in this actually have like anything posted on when they'll be open at all?
Not generally. A few stores might do that, but his at least doesn't.
Okay. Well, from everything I knew, he was the only one there, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now I need to flip through my pages to find him.
That's enough for in.
Okay. Was that you trying, or is that the actual?
No,
Full name. Okay.
that's enough for in.
I'm going to call that out.
He
because
told you
I
to
don't-
call him Allah.
That's right. I'm gonna. Wait, I don't have any amplification spells. Actually, it's probably for the best that I don't have application spells. It's early. Allah.
There's 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 a brief pause in the movement upstairs, and then the curtains drawn aside slightly, and yeah, you see a familiar half dragon. His hair's a mess. Looks like he's not long been up, and he's sort of just peering down at you blearily. He's going, "Oh, hello, stranger."
Hello. I have some questions to ask you, but it looks like I cut you literally as you just were getting up.
It's still quite early. Yes. What is the question? Do you want to go out? Be a nice one.
Your
I
silence is
kid, of
powerful.
course.
I
What is it,
figured.
Carrick?
Can I come up there? It's
Uh,
easier than yelling.
Give me a few minutes.
Okay. I'm gonna lean
And
up against the side of the building.
and you are left down there for a little over 5 minutes before you hear the door being unlocked and it opens up, and he's there, actually sort of dressed properly now. He's still actually brushing his hair, and he
I
just
like
sort
to
of
think like a wave of perfume hits you.
no, so
I mean, cologne. Shifty
yeah.
eyes, cologne.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
both work.
he sort of motions with his head for you to come in.
I'm gonna head inside.
So, is this business or pleasure?
Little column A, little column B, I think.
Okay, that's acceptable then. What is it?
Do you go to the Temple of Morgani here?
Oh, not often. I've visited it a few times, but I'm not the praying type.
You and me both. But I stopped there after my recent run-ins. And the priestess there asked me an unusual question about dreams.
The princess Darcy, right?
Yes. She had asked me if I had had any unusually odd dreams.
Right.
And the answer then was no. But the answer now is yes. And
Did you come here because you had a bad dream? That's very sweet.
I actually came to see if you had been afflicted likewise.
Afflicted?
With
I'm perfectly fine.
Okay.
You okay? I mean, just taking that dream a bit heavily, isn't it?
Well, she's not seeming to be in the greatest shape. She's been having them a lot. And
What is it? The same dream or something?
I haven't gotten a whole lot from her yet. The temple was still dark when I went by just now.
Are you sure? Her talking about bad dreams hasn't just made you come up with one yourself, and you're sort of getting yourself worked up over nothing.
It was a. I don't know if I could have thought of this dream on my own.
How about I make us a cup of tea, and you can tell me all about it.
Okay.
And he actually leads you sort of upstairs to get a bit more comfortable, and he does go and make a cup of tea. And you can start telling him about it, but we're going to cut away to the rest of the group waking up.
Good morning, Sadia. Yes, likewise. You wouldn't happen to know where Kirk ran off to, would you?
I may have left the door to the room open too.
Probably out gallivanting.
This
Yeah.
is my Naldir impersonation. He better
That-
be at the capes.
That is very likely, unfortunately. He doesn't have one of those talky things, does he?
I could try getting a hold of him.
Nah. I'm not a see about arranging some breakfast. Would you like anything?
No.
Alright, more for me.
Did you need to talk to Carrick?
No, he just left the bloody door open.
shrug.
He also didn't make his bed, which is very much unlike him.
This is getting very worrying.
I'm sure if he was in a lot of trouble, he would have punched someone and made some noise.
Yeah. He wouldn't be in the other room, would he?
He would have punched someone and went to the girls' room.
Well, the girls do seem to love him, so it wouldn't surprise.
Just what we need.
And down in Fardo, Gifton, you are being nudged awake by Care.
No, 5 more minutes.
No,
I don't
no.
even know what a minute is, but I want it.
No, it's time to get up.
Oh, fine.
Dingus is staring through the door.
Through the door of what? The outside of the Vardo?
No, you know your little inner sanctum.
How did he get in here?
So you're in your little separate room.
Yeah,
And-
we couldn't get him in the Vardo last night. We left him with the boys.
Did you?
Yeah.
He
No,
made
may
his
have-
way
he
We
back.
may
only
have
had the
stole-
trap door for being care to get in. And
Uh,
He may
everybody
have,
else
he
did.
may have stole my thief tools.
I guess he'd probably
Well-
be outside the Vardo scratching, trying to get in.
Yeah.
Because the door's open.
In that case, you do hear scratch, scratch, scritch, scratch.
Meep, meep.
Oh,
meep.
yeah, fine. I'm coming. Let me pull my socks up.
And the
do that
moment he hears your
hopping-
voice,
Yeah.
you start getting flashes of breakfast in your mind.
I can't make it in here. Why aren't you bothering Carrick in the freaking tavern?
And then you just get flash of Carrot gone, empty bed.
Oh my god. Okay.
He tried
I'm opening
first.
up the trapdoor. I'm like, come out to the Vardo for a second.
You hear a thump, and then a of him walking down,
Alright.
and then there's a head staring up at you.
Alright. I'm tossing a coin down.
Oh no.
I'm tossing him 2 silver coins, okay? Go get breakfast.
You can see him looking at his coins as he's trying to puzzle them out, and then you just get that flash of big silver, little silver, which
Little silvers. They're little silvers. Smaller than gold, okay?
there's a brief look of disappointment before he tries to pick them up with his mouth. There's a bit of shuffling, a bit of spitting of dirt, but then he sort of starts to trot off.
I'm gonna give him a whole platinum for breakfast.
Told him what it was.
Oh dear.
Well, I can't blame him. He's motivated. I'm gonna give Clop an apple before I head in.
Okay, okay, right, just sort of rolls out of bed begrudgingly.
Alright, you coming in for breakfast, or you want me to bring you something back?
Oh, I'll come in. I'll come in.
Alright, why don't you here? I'm gonna hand him one of the silver coins. Get us something.
He holds this giant silver coin.
I just shrug.
Okay,
I don't know.
okay,
Alright,
let me get
good
dressed.
luck.
And he just tosses it onto the bed. It starts to
Yeah. Good thing that's got a sturdy bed frame. So they can use it.
Oh my.
Alright, and I'm gonna pop an apple outside, one of the apples out, and I'll go roll it over to Clop. I'm actually doing it a little bit more brazenly with Clop because I'll take it right to him. Here,
Yeah.
buddy.
Clop leans down, and before he actually takes the apple, you get a sort of affectionate snort at you.
That is really terrifying. Here, have this apple.
And he
starting
munches.
to figure out you don't mean that in the mean way.
He munches it very slowly, as if relishing the apple.
Alright, I'll tell Thaldir to come give you breakfast too. Bye, Clop. I'll wave at Clop, and then I'm gonna veer out and away from the other horses as I leave the stable.
Right. And as you come around from the stables, you actually come to the front door where Dingus is staring up at it dejectedly, as if, why is this now closed? And Kara is standing nearby, looking up at it as well.
Huh.
Dingus spits the coins at the door and meeps angrily.
I'm gonna take the coins and then I'm gonna put them in the little coin purse on his saddle. Don't leave those lying around. One second. I'm gonna crawl underneath the door real quick. I'm
Okay.
assuming there's a gap.
Yep,
And,
you
is
go
there
on under.
anybody in here?
Yes, there is actually somebody in here. Now there is the owner sort of bustling about. He's looks like he's just sort of getting chairs into position,
Alright,
doing
I'm
a
gonna
general sweep around.
call over. Excuse me.
Oh, hello there.
Could you open the door? We can't open the door.
Oh, yeah, certainly. Did
Thank you.
did one of yours head out? The door was open, and
I don't know. We slept outside in our thing because we didn't want to be a bother.
oh, okay. Well, you know,
I haven't seen
bother.
any of the others yet.
And
We
opens the
we
door
need
up.
breakfast if that's okay.
Oh, yeah, certainly. I'm getting stuff started already.
All right, and I'll motion at Care. Hold up one silver coin. I'll pull out the other 2 silver coins.
For
For
the
biggest things.
he sort of leans his head around to look at things. For the 3 of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Any preference? We do have some fish. Or we got our red meats. We got porridge. What do you?
I think we'd probably share a porridge looking over at Care, because that'd probably be fine. I think he could probably use a bit of. Do you have any of the crispy pork meat?
Crispy pork meat is like what a pork chop or something.
Hog jazz.
I don't know what it was called, but it was like long pieces of pork with fat on it.
Bacon.
Oh yeah, do you have any of that? Because
Yeah,
he'd
we
love
got-
some of that.
Yeah, we got bacon.
Yeah, we'll get that for him.
Oh, yeah, certainly. Anything with it or
Potatoes.
potatoes? I don't tend to do potatoes in the morning.
Yeah.
eh,
Eggs.
yeah, I can do eggs.
Eggs would be
Yeah,
good.
all right.
Thank you. I look over Dingus. Is that okay?
Dingus bobs his head happily.
Yeah, you can eat more than just Scotch eggs.
A
Otherwise,
balanced
Scotch eggs won't
diet.
taste as good.
Corvus, Fowdy, you staying in your room? Or you heading out? I think.
What's going downstairs to get breakfast?
So, Gifton, you see Corvus coming down. RG, Cass.
Downstairs, we were on the.
Yes, coming out of the little hallway thing. Fucking damn you, rearranging rooms. It's mess with me.
Guten Morgen. You didn't happen to have Carrick in the Varda, did you?
No, not seeing Carrick. He says, looking at Gifton.
Owner said the door was wide open down here when he got up or got out here. Yep. What did he maybe leave and forget it?
He'd left his bed unmade and left the door open to our room as well.
Actually, she turns and looks over at Dingus. Did you see Carrick this morning? Because you were out.
Dingus meeps at you, and you just get flashes of he woke up, empty bed, came down, doors open, scratch.
No, he doesn't know. He said that when he got up, Carrick was already gone.
Has he been doing all right?
He was talking about gods and dreams and things. Maybe he's having like a spiritual awakening or something.
Crisis of faith.
Hmm.
I mean, we should be open to, talking to him about it. And
Yeah, I'm not judging. Just
Huh?
I'm not judging. Just seems strange.
Well, there's been a lot of strange things.
Yes. Lots of strange things.
Well, hopefully he has his sending stone or whatever it is. And maybe Thaudia will give him a call on it.
Speaking of which, Cassiopeia, can I see you in your room really quick while they're getting breakfast?
Let's get up.
Cass is. Gifton says this as Cass comes out, reading a sheetful of papers with her hair completely down. No bows, no nothing. Just.
Oh, you have so much more hair than I thought. You should see what happens when I take my hair down.
What I was going to say is at this very moment, she kind of has that Samara look from The Ring.
Oh.
Just all that black hair just hanging everywhere.
Sam's
That's
favorite.
Yeah, thank you for Harper for bringing up a traumatic thing for Sam.
and me. To be
That's
fair.
not because that's just Samara.
Well,
I thought.
I'm only sad because my
Mass
first
Effect?
name I picked as an alter ego name, Marcus, was Samara,
Oh,
because Samara means guardian and protector. I
yeah,
am
yeah.
a short girl with long, dark,
Uh
hair.
huh.
So when that movie came out, I was plagued.
Oh, I'm sure.
Cass is like, okay, what?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Good. I'll be back in a second, sweetie. I'm gonna give him a kiss on the forehead, and I'm gonna look over at Dingus. You're in charge. You're in charge.
Dingus nods as if, of course. Kay looks betrayed.
Corvus looks, what the hell?
Is RG still in the room?
R2 wasn't in the room to begin with.
Oh, you were. No, I'm saying, were you in the room where you and Cassie were sleeping, or were you out already?
No.
Okay.
She wasn't.
I stayed with Marissa.
Shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're not even here.
Yeah, I'm not anywhere
yeah.
nearby.
Cass had the room to herself.
All right. Hey, Cassie, close the door.
Okay. Cass closes the door. Oh, what's
Alright.
up?
You're my friend, and I love you very much. And I think you're a very good person. And sometimes I don't think you see how good of a person you are. So I'm going to remind you that you are a good person. Okay?
Okay.
And I know it's hard.
What did I do?
It's hard sometimes.
How much do I owe someone?
You don't owe anybody anything. I'm just telling you. You're my
How
friend.
much furniture do I need to fix?
If you ever need to talk about weird stuff, you can try to talk about it with me, okay? But
Is this an intervention?
I'm going to ask you
I've heard about these.
as a favor to me. Do not threaten her anymore, okay?
What was that, Sam?
Do not threaten her anymore. She doesn't deserve it. There are better ways to talk to her than that. I can understand if you disagree. I can understand if you don't want to do the things that she wants you to do. You can still tell her no, but you can do it better, okay? I know you're better than that. So
Cass
I'm
kind
going
of
to-
shifts the hair out of her eyes and gives Gifton the eyebrow up.
and I'm going to go, and I'm going to charge you if you think you can handle it. Because I
Charge
think
me?
you could do this. She's going to pull her bow out, hold it slightly aloft, and go, never cruel, never cowardly. And then she's basically going to go down the whole line, and then she's going to look over at Cass, waiting. Do you think you can make this promise?
What? Cass has this utterly confused look on her face.
It's
Gifted.
too early in the
Yeah.
morning for intervention.
You see that confused look, and you feel an urge to reiterate what you just said, but you feel something sort of rising in your heart, as if there's a better way to inspire her with this bit of fey melody.
Hmm.
Use the
I-
Fae.
I'm just looking at her confused face, and I'm not sure. She seems like she doesn't get it anyway, and I'm not sure if singing's gonna help.
Not that would sing, just a little bit more sing-song.
A little bit more sing-song, yeah.
Don't forget to clap.
I'm imagining a Blues
You
Brothers
asked for this,
style
by the way.
sing moment.
She
Joe,
she
not
she she takes a slow breath. Never. I can't do this.
Come on, Sammy.
We believe in
Someone
you.
wanted to
No.
choose Song Cleric.
I know somebody wanted to choose Song Cleric. The thing is I need to make sure I have the right thing written up for the goddamn doctor's oath in front of me, because
Mhm.
otherwise I'm gonna say it wrong. So I'm trying to find it.
Never cruel, never cowardly. Never give up. No, wait, that's...
That's not it.
Never give
Yeah.
up.
Never give in.
surrender.
We
Wait,
need
this song
your
sounds
help.
familiar.
Never be cowardly, and never ever eat pears.
Steve Martin.
Why do pears have anything to do with this?
Laugh hard, run fast, be kind. Actually, there's more to it than that. There's the
And Gifton is actually doing this to Cass.
So, as Gifton is speaking to you and telling you these words, there is a rhythm to her voice. There is a melody,
cadence.
and Cass, you can swear you are actually hearing little background chimes and such that are going along with it.
Oh god, she's got backup singers now.
I've just unlocked the next level of thaumaturgy.
And Gifton, roll me a performance check,
Yeah.
please.
Oh, let me see if I have my character sheet up. No, I don't. All right, performance. It's gonna be shite. Yep, it's a 10. It's
That's
average.
okay. That's
It
okay.
wasn't like a great thing
Yeah.
to say anyway.
And
Something that wouldn't be a song.
Cass, while you might not still get the words, there's just something a little uplifting in the way she's trying to tell you. Like, it feels lightening almost.
Okay. Cass is going to look at her. She is going to reach down to Gifton and put her finger across Gifton's forehead. You're not running a fever.
You're not a doctor. How would you know?
All right. Well, if
But-
you ever want to talk about it, don't worry about it. It's
Basically,
just-
you don't
kinda
want me to
just-
be a jerk.
Well, I just think you need a reminder sometimes that you're a good person. And then she's gonna shuffle off under the door.
And it strikes you in that moment, Cass, as you watch her, go back under the door that she called in from, that you have no privacy from her.
What's that? Could you repeat that?
It strikes you as you watch her go back under the door that she just came in through, that you have no privacy from her.
Yeah. Okay. Weirdness abounds.
Valdir, are you getting up or are you just lounging in bed?
I'm gonna pull out the radio and call Carrick.
Yeah. Alright, Gifton, as you call out from under Cass's door, directly across the hallway, because I don't think that door was ever closed when Corvus left, you see Faraday sort of sitting in bed, grasping at the great big radio box.
Oh, Valdir and his old man panties, just what I want
Yeah.
to see her say in the morning.
I wear more than that.
I would like to
So,
imagine
got a
Faraday
big bushy
wears the
beard.
great big old one piece fucking,
Butt flap.
yeah.
Don't worry, that's why we have the beard. It hides all of our shame.
I'll wave at the dwarf that probably won't notice me as I head back out with everybody else.
Okay.
By the way, how big are these things?
The hand units you guys have, they're
Mhm.
basically little,
Roaches, aren't they?
no, they're actual little handheld units that you got press.
Oh.
They're about modern phone sized.
Okay.
Oh, this is why Dingus has such a hard time when we have ours on.
Mm-hmm.
I had to figure out if it'd be in the bag because the only thing he would have grabbed would have been the bag of holding.
They are essentially
Are we
magical
talking like
walkie-talkies.
iPhone, or are we talking like iPhone or Galaxy?
We're talking about iPhone, but a bit thicker.
Okay. Like current iPhone or a couple gens back?
But they have comparable sizes, so neither are good
Are we
questions.
talking about the old brick phones from the cool movies?
Are we talking red or are we talking blue?
Green.
Do you have to carry the
Well, I mean,
battery?
the current phones are actually fairly large.
Do you have to carry the battery pack?
No,
with
they,
you
they
as well?
are sizable things.
Okay.
All right. So Thaldir is going to take the radio and be like, Carrick, are you there?
Right, Carrick. You were just sort of wrapping up your dream to Nefer Ren, because I gave him a terrible name, and your little radio buzzes. And you hear Fowler's voice coming through, sort of in your. Where do you keep this?
In the bag of holding.
In the bag of holding. Okay, so you hear a faint sound emanating from your bag of holding.
That's probably the rest of the group. I kind of rushed out without saying anything to him.
closing a door.
Well, that might have been
Make
a
it.
strange dream, but it's hardly anything to panic and run out over.
I meant to come and talk to you and see if you'd been having any dreams today, anyways.
No dreams of
yeah.
stargazing.
Okay.
Sounds quite lovely, actually.
It was just weird. Thank you. Next time I'm in town, I'll probably swing by to get some supplies.
Fowler Carrick has not replied.
And I'm gonna reach into the bag and getting it out
Some
as I'm
of the
saying that.
group are starting to get concerned. Are you there?
I should answer that. I'm gonna
Feel free.
pick up. Yes, I'm here.
Good. Evidently, Corvus found it. Inconsiderate, you left the door open.
It's how you catch a cold.
Go downstairs. You can't hear this.
We're not
We're
downstairs.
on the
We're
same floor.
I probably couldn't hear Corvus anyway.
It's not like I'm
was-
speaking
Listen,
loudly.
downstairs
Yeah,
means
yeah.
down the hall. That's slang for the
I was
setting.
in a hurry. I'll make it back to the lantern as fast as I can.
It's no need to rush. Just, are you okay?
Yes.
We don't need to suit up and start cracking skulls.
No.
Oh, I don't know. You might be in danger here. Could kidnap you. Keep you for myself.
Just gonna
You-
shake my head at him.
And he smiles at you.
I'll get Gifton to come with me to the capes. You can take as much time as you need.
Sure about that? She was kind of
Just-
panicking about them last time we saw her.
It'll
Well,
be
last time.
okay. Just make sure you square things on your end.
Okay.
And if you need help, let us know.
Will do.
Argy. Uh-oh.
Sorry, I was muted again.
Argy. Did you spend your night trancing, or did you actually sleep with Melissa?
I think she actually
Yeah, she slept for once. Okay.
With Melissa?
Marissa.
Marissa, rather. Oh, yeah, don't do it with Melissa. That's criminal. Yeah, so Marissa, you're woken up by a sort of arm landing across your face.
Ah.
And then you sort of hear a groan beside you, and there's a bunch of movement as she sits up. Argy,
Yeah.
I gotta go to work.
Okay. Let me get up.
Yeah. Might have time for some breakfast first if you want some.
If you want, we can grab it there. That way, then you don't have to
That's a good idea.
run right after.
That's a good idea. Right, where is... And you see her just sort of starting rooting around, trying to find bits of discarded clothing. You've come to realise that Marissa does not keep her home well.
I mean, to be fair, but I don't have room to talk.
Yeah.
I had an entire upper floor. I just kind of said, you know what, I don't live there anymore. Fuck it.
But she picks up clothing, tosses you what's yours, and just starts getting dressed.
She starts getting her stuff on, getting ready, and
Okay, alright. See you outside in 5. I need to get some stuff sorted.
Margie knows go, no problem. I'll be outside.
Yeah,
And smiles, gives her a quick peck, and then hops out the door.
She smiles at you in a I'm not a morning person kind of way, and starts getting herself properly ready. And 5 minutes later, she comes out, joining you. As you were walking out of a little apartment, though, you did see the little dwarven landlord peering at you from the bottom of the stairs.
Should give him a wave.
He nods slowly at you. And you see that sort of suspicious squint in his eyes as he watches you go out.
I actually go over and it's like something up.
You you involved in that little nightlife stuff of hers?
I just got back to town like they last.
Alright.
First thing I've heard of it. I can't say I like it, but it is what it is.
Oh, good. Yeah. Sensible girl then.
Sounds like it makes her happy, and it makes her happy as long as it doesn't hurt her.
Yeah, plenty of stuff that makes people happy that they shouldn't be doing. Can't be anything good of it. People hang about getting all kinds of, well, yeah, all that drink, all that smoke.
Well, I can tell you 70 years of drinking and I'm not dead yet.
There ain't nothing wrong with a bit of drink, just,
I don't mean a bit.
oh, you keep an eye on her.
I'll do my best, but you can do it while I'm, because I have to leave town again for a while.
Of course, any of those weird friends of hers come knocking, I always turn them away.
I appreciate it.
He nods at you a little more firmly now, as if, yep, you're alright. And basically,
Archie will smile and she goes, well, I never did introduce properly. My name's Archie. Then she'll actually hold out a hand.
Gorf.
Would you mind typing that name out? Because holy crap.
There you go.
Thank you. Good to meet you, Gorov.
He nods again, and he just goes off into what you assume is his little own room.
Mm.
And yeah, soon enough, Marissa joins you and starts heading towards the King's Mercy with you.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I mean, do you have time today, or do you all have to run off again?
I should have a bit of time for now. Just like I think we got to get stuff done to get ready to go.
Breakfast
We're
at least,
supposed
then.
to- Oh, definitely.
Good.
I'm not going there on an empty stomach.
And she smiles and sort of hooks her arm into yours.
Mhm.
And you're walking through the streets with her, and now that the city has returned to some semblance of normalcy, you notice people are getting back into old habits. You know, people are happily chatting on street corners again. People are more sociable, less sullen. But it has also brought one thing. You notice that
Casual
Marissa...
racism.
Yeah, casual racism. Marissa gets a wide berth. She gets the upstairs.
If anyone's shooting Marissa like a dirty look at that, and RG catches it, she actually shoots them back a look that could freeze water.
Okay, you give a few looks in return then. There aren't too many outright dirty looks, just those sort of, shy away, suspicion, that kind of low-key racism.
Mm-hmm.
The most deadly kind. But it changes once you get into the King's Mercy. Elias seems very happy to see her. You see a couple of regulars already in there, raising a glass to her as she comes in. And she seems almost happier now she's in here.
God, talk about early drunks.
Yeah. And soon enough you are served up breakfast. She sits down and has a small bite with you, but she doesn't, take her time. She's quickly starting to get back to work, helping clean, cook.
Mm-hmm. RG actually just kind of sit and finish her meal and then sit and just watch for a bit.
And Elias actually brings you milk, it looks like. Rather than ale.
Thank you.
No problem. Oh, it reminds me. Had someone in here asking after you.
Oh?
That great big wizardly fella in his little group.
Oh, the punchy guy.
The punchy guy. He's the group's leader, Johnny, I think it is. I was asking about you lot, whether you're going to be taking part in this whole, Goliath nonsense. Apparently some adventurers are being mustered up.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. We're headed the other direction because there's some stuff happening elsewhere that...
Well, they just came back from the border.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And RG's actually going to look around. Are they in the room?
Nope, they do not seem to be here.
Okay, she's actually looks like, Do you happen to know where they are?
They were here for about 5-6 days ago, and then headed northwards.
Might have missed them then. Okay.
Oh, they headed north. Peachy.
Northward. That might be good, huh?
Well, I don't know if you'll see him again anytime soon, but if you do, tell him to try and get in contact with us with a sending or something.
Will do. And he goes back to his business.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Yep. You spend some time in there, but eventually Marissa's working. Hard to spare the time. She does actually come over to you and give you a quick kiss. I guess I'll see you when I see you, right?
Absolutely.
Don't be a
If I can
stranger.
figure out a way. Mm-hmm. I won't. If I can figure out a way to do sendings or anything like that, I will.
I appreciate it. Oh, don't you go wasting too much money on that. Those things are expensive.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. And she gives a smile.
She nods and gives you a quick hug before returning to work.
Mm-hmm. Then Arjo should get up and exit.
So, Carrick, you hanging around Alasana for ends more, or
No, I'm gonna excuse myself after finishing tea with him.
for whatever reason, I appreciate the visit.
I'll try to swing by again. It's enjoyable being around you, at least.
Oh, by the way, Gifton, I don't
Yeah.
recall. Did you ever pick up the necklace that has been made for Dingus?
Given that there was 2 months there,
Mm-hmm.
I assume we got that.
Okay.
But we didn't go out of the way to do it, but we also assumed that I got the ring that he made for Care for the wedding.
So you probably got it around the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming I got that.
Right. So he walks you to his door and bids you a good day. Tells you don't be a stranger, and it's a good phrase. Gonna hear that a lot.
Don't be a stranger. Isn't there a song like that?
The rest of you're able to have your breakfast. It's a decent meal in here. You don't know whether it's biased, but it doesn't compare to the King's Mercy's meals, even though they were quite a degree more slapped together and, weren't too great until recently. But you manage to eat up and you're all there. Well, most of you.
Yeah. I'm just half sulking, eating my food.
Cass is eating, and she's not in her normal work attire. She's actually dressed a lot more casually today. As soon as she's done, she's almost immediately up, reading what she was given by Coppershield, and kind of out the door and just like, I'll be back shortly.
Okay.
Bye.
Her hair isn't even up right now.
So you see Cass run out and almost barge over RG, who is, I assume you're heading here to meet the rest of the group. Almost barge into RG, who's coming through the door.
Whoa,
Bye, RG. Bye, RG.
Later. That's the thing. Hi.
Hi, Archie. How's Marissa?
She's doing good. There's a weird place that she's been going to that I'm suspicious of, but that might just be me.
Weird? How's it weird?
And RG will go into an explanation of the place. And it's like, but
they sing songs and write poetry?
It sounds magical.
Oh, wow. I mean, I don't drink that much, but, I guess some people do drink a lot, but...
That is
music and poetry and art. Wow. I didn't even know there were places like that here in Dulfwood.
What kind of effects did you experience in there?
Do you think this means Marissa likes to do art? Or maybe she's a singer?
You could ask her.
Did you ask her about that, maybe? Because, I mean, if she really likes that stuff.
I didn't, but immediately I was kind of weirded out by the place, just by the atmosphere of it.
Oh, I bet you she's like a really crazy good singer, and that it's like her deepest, darkest secret, and then that's what she really wants to do with her life.
Did you feel lightheaded at all?
No, but I didn't partake in it.
Hmm. You didn't drink any either?
You're
And
right. It's
the
very
question-
suspicious.
At the question of the drinking thing, Archie actually has a slightly incredulous look.
Artie's been really clean. She doesn't.
I didn't mean it that way. I just meant if she partook in anything that they were offering, if she was weirded out by it, there may be something inherently odd about it.
There is
Oh, you mean like
something
poison and
inherently
drugs?
odd.
Drugs, mainly.
Kids
yes.
having fun.
Hippies.
There you go.
Get a job.
Communism. It turns into communism, goddammit.
Next thing you know, they'll be dancing.
I'm kind
There
of
were some dancing,
Archie.
Hey,
I mean, they would do that.
do we know where Carrick is? I had a favor to ask him.
Oh, I spoke with Carrick. He's got some things to address right now, but
Oh,
if you want to send him a message, I could do that.
oh, I wouldn't want to bother him. I can't give him the money if he's not here. I was gonna ask him if he could go swing by his friend the jeweler's and pick me up some silver so I could make some powder.
I'll ask him just in case.
Well, we can get
I'll
some silver
haul
somewhere
out the radio,
Yep.
The wump on the table.
slam it onto the table.
Ah! Why do you do this when I'm on the table?
Sorry,
Captain, take 5d10.
it's really
Shit.
large.
Yeah, it
Needed
is.
some room.
Yeah.
Carrick, not to rush you back, but could you pick up some stuff for gifting?
Carrick, you get this message when you're just about past the stonemasons, about to hit the little turn.
What stuff?
You said silver?
Yeah, I need some silver.
She said silver from the jewelers, if you could.
I
Only
guess
if
I'll be
he's down
going
that
back
way.
there.
Only if he's down that way.
I just left it a little while ago. I'll go back. How much?
Oh, he's already been there. I don't want to make him go back. No, that's okay.
I think it's too late now. How much did you need?
I'm checking. I need 50 gold pieces worth of silver.
Could you get 50 gold pieces worth? She'll reimburse you after.
Sure, I can grab that. I might as well ask him for a little bit extra. I can do some work and some jewelry while we're out and about.
Resisting the temptation to add and get something nice for yourself while you're at it, Toots. But
No, that's the line from the jeweler.
oh, the jeweler's got something nice to give you. But
That saves me a run out later because it's hard for me to pack all that silver.
yes, I was hoping you could come with me today. We should go see the Capes.
Yes.
Especially after Cassie went and saw them.
Oh,
There's also
Yeah.
the discussion of the added cargo that we need to take care of.
oh yeah. We should probably make sure there's room on the boat for that. Where are we going anyway? I mean, I am assuming you have to go for a boat for part of it, but are we? I know there was like 2 different routes. Did we figure out which one we're doing? I guess it's up to the Capes because they're the ones that know best.
That certainly would be part of it.
But yeah,
And-
so we need to make sure that, and we need to make sure we have stuff to restrain. And then she just kind of in case that happens, right?
Yes.
Is there anything else that we need?
What?
I suppose if they could provide any food or other supplies
What restrainments? Who?
for Orel.
Rel,
Oh, yes.
because it's
I-
worse than a person. And then she frowns and goes, I mean, worse than a regular person because they can do a lot more than just wiggle free.
I thought you meant something else.
What
What?
else?
It's nothing. It's nothing.
But I want to know now.
Well, I just thought that from the discussion of last night, there may have been restrainment of Cass.
What Cass needs right now is a lot of love and understanding from her friends. And maybe a couple butt whippings over at that temple.
That reminds me, you should probably try to behave yourself. I know how you get on Cass's nerves.
I'll try.
I wasn't talking about you, Gifton.
Oh. She looks very confused because she really did think that was about her.
All I try to do is ensure that she performs safely, but she keeps on running directly into danger with an unbridled fury about her, so I don't know what else I can do.
And I don't know why you're warning me. I'm a goddamn treasure.
Gifton's kind of poking with her spoon at her food, like she doesn't want to look at anybody. And she goes, "Last night when I went to go talk to Cassiopeia, she got into a really kind of scary argument with her sword, and then she threw it on the ground. And then I went over and did that Healy magic thing on it because I could tell that it was hurt and it was sad, and I felt bad for it. And it got really mad, and she wasn't even holding it, and it shocked the ever living dickens out of me."
Yes, it was quite a sight.
But she keeps threatening it, and she's making it worse, and she needs... Cass needs to calm down, because I think she's just feeding into it.
So you're just making me really happy. None of my...
What?
You kind of stopped talking there for a moment there, RG.
RG just, it's like, I mean, you're even just me kind of happy that none of my weapons talked.
My weapon talks, but it doesn't... I mean, she kind of gives her bow a hug, and she goes, "We have a really good relationship.
Corvus.
I think she hasn't talked to me in a long time, but I think we're still okay."
Corvus lifts his cane and looks at the eyeball.
It blinks.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
wonderful.
disconcerting.
Does it really?
No.
Okay.
But I think that we should try to be understanding with Cass and maybe try to help her through her anger in positive ways, maybe? I don't know. I tried to cheer her up this morning, but she looked at me like I was just weird, so I'm not sure I'm coming from a place she'll understand me. She looks over at RG and Thaldir, and maybe, I don't know. I mean, I think maybe she needs some friendly brawling, or I don't know.
She seemed happier after meeting with the father last night.
Mhm.
Well,
Maybe
whatever
we
it
just have to
is,
throw her in the water.
it just seems that I didn't want to open the can of worms, but yeah. Anyway, your device or whatever it is, it's secured in the Vardo, is it not, Archie?
Yeah, it's secure there.
So we
I'm
gotta
not
take the
sure.
Vardo as well. I'm guessing.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I
mean, we
thought
could always
that
take
was
them as
the
separate
plan.
packages.
Yeah.
But we
Weeks
gotta take-
carry.
It might
I
not be
think
the
that would
best
hurt
idea.
them.
That was the goblin, right?
Yeah, the goblin.
Yes.
Gonna find
I-
out the goblins have strengths of 20.
Yeah. Yes, and I'm sorry, Kex. You can carry my cargo, if you don't mind.
Yes, we carries. We help.
Good.
You
Good.
said it was very large cargo.
It is. That's why I was at least wanting some additional help. Either.
The size of that box, you don't think the goblins could pack it?
Yeah. I'm
Well, if it's
including
if it's as big as the boxes you said, I mean, you're gonna need like several really strong people, and I mean the goblins might be able to carry half of it because they're pretty tough, but you still need a lot of big people.
That is why I wanted more
Or you
help.
need one centaur.
Or I was hoping that I could maybe talk to Cass, but she fell out.
She,
Well-
did one
she'll
of
be
you
back.
want to borrow this thing and just make as many calls as you want?
How about we have
I go
Corvus
talk to
carry it, and he can give
Capes?
you his walkie-talkie for now. And Corvus, since you need to kind of arrange things, would that be okay?
I suppose. Sure.
Pick it up and shove it right into Corvus.
Never return it to me.
Ugh.
I take it, but
I'm
it's
free.
How exactly do you use this thing again?
Oh, you press this, and then
He directs you to the little buttons to talk and the dial to set channel, and
Oh.
it's fairly straightforward.
Jane, get me off this crazy thing.
Well, if you are going to go and talk to the case, and it's probably best that you two do it, just mention that there is additional cargo and
I
additional
was gonna
help.
say I'll make sure that make sure that they know that we have very important packages that we absolutely need to get where they need to go. Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
All right. I might also ask if they can. She kind of frowns. We'll probably need to part with the cow and the chickens for now. We'll get some more when we come back, maybe.
Turns it to dial 1.
Taking the part of
I-
is
I
a good
like,
idea for
I
us.
like chickies, says Kex, sort of looking down a bit.
I was thinking maybe we could keep the chickens at least. Could we please keep the chickens?
we'll
I
see.
mean, they basically stay in a cage on the thing. And
The
if we bring
cows,
the
I
road over-
understand it's pretty big, and we've got a lot of horses, but the chickens.
Zelda, there's just numbers here. Who is who?
That's him. That's you. That's you. That's you.
Okay.
Hello? Who is this?
So
No phone. Who's this?
you turn it to indicated cash channel.
Yeah.
Alright.
By the way, Allie, what
Mhm.
Cass went and did is she's out currently buying materials to clean metals
Mhm.
and polish weapons.
Okay, yeah, you can get that pretty easy. Say a gold piece in total.
Okay. And
Is
then
that
she's
all
also
you're
going out
doing?
buying a lot of breakfast
Porn.
breakfast
Pastries.
pastries.
Okay, take another 5 silver pieces off.
5 silver.
You're
Yeah.
buying a lot.
Yeah, you said a lot.
A whole
Yeah.
lot.
Oh, 5 gold then.
Okay, another gold piece total.
Okay.
Anything
But-
else you wanted to do before
Nope.
I call?
She's getting all
Okay.
that, and then she's happily trotting around town.
Okay. Anyone else can do whatever they want.
So you hear your radio click, Cass. Right, Corvus, what's it called?
Cass? Hello?
Hello.
Is this thing
Do I
on?
have to stop talking and release the button on this one, or is it the same as mine?
Just wait a moment. Somebody isn't
Oh.
going to respond immediately.
Right.
Actually, Cass
We,
did.
yeah, you didn't get the reply through. It's like you guys need to come up with a code word to like indicate the conversation's over, like done or something.
Or over.
No, that sounds much too complicated. I can't do that.
Beside all the joking, yes, we'll continue the call. Cass, I was wondering if I could maybe
What?
get your help with carrying something for me, with the help of the goblins.
Hmm. And what exactly is it that you want me to carry?
I think you guys had already had this conversation.
I don't think Cass was around.
Were you not?
Cass
No.
wasn't paying attention.
You know, she was off
at the,
doing.
it was at the
the-
table last night in the King's Mercy that it got brought up with everybody there. But Cass was doing that thing where she kept like eating her food in a very brooding way. Yeah, and so I don't know if she was paying attention to that part because she was being mad about the fact that she wanted to go to Surdur.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a article of cargo that needs to be transported to Rodvel.
Lodevale? Where the heck is Lodevale?
Rodvel.
Oh, Rodevale.
And it's a bit large. It's at least 6 feet long by about 3 feet wide.
Why are you taking a coffin?
Why does everyone want to take it as a coffin? It's just trade goods.
It's what the
In the
manifest
shape
says.
of-
I don't know what it is, and I'm not wanting to know what it is, but it has to get to Rodvel.
Okay.
Can we meet up somewhere and I can take you to the location when we get transport, so we can load it up?
Well, once transport has been arranged, then we'll move it because I'm only moving it once.
Agreed. Yes, that was the intention.
Probably have to move it at least twice.
No, once you get to
Probably gonna
Rodfeld,
end up
not
having to.
touching it again.
But the goblins will be helping us, so that is good.
All right,
Okay.
Corvus. That means you're in charge of the goblins today. Be really good
Wunderbar.
seeing you, Kex. And yes.
Don't get into any trouble.
Why did you say it like that?
What?
We know trouble. We know trouble.
No, I meant him.
We
Make
protect you
sure
from
he
trouble.
behaves.
I am going to wave the barkeep over.
He'll wander over. Need something more?
Excuse me, do you sell kegs of ale?
Not as habit, but we could.
Could I buy a couple of your kegs of your ale for the road?
Yeah, sure.
Little ones. I like not a big full one, but like if you have any little ones or a couple bottles of
gallon keg.
something. Yeah.
Are you buying kegs from everybody?
I never got my kegs from last night from RG. She went off with Marissa after I sent her over to ask. She never got me alcohol.
She got too distracted by her girlfriend.
Yeah, she did. All right, so I will buy two 1 gallon kegs.
Damn it,
And
I
I
looked
will-
up the price last week and now I'd forgotten again.
Don't worry, I'm just gonna do it for myself, so don't worry about it because I'm assuming it's the same because it's under trade goods. And I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna point at the two goblins and go, each one of you gets 1 keg. It is for you to manage. So put them out in the Vardo and take good care of them, okay?
Yes. Thank you. And the barkeep will bring out a couple of kegs and hand them off to you, which I assume you indicate the goblins.
I indicate the goblins.
And they quickly sort of hurry out to take them to the Vardo, chattering happily amongst themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Two of the best behaved children I've ever dealt with.
I remember you used to think that way about me. Sad face.
And that will cost two silver pieces each.
Yep. I am deducting that. I just found it, so.
Okay. Alright, so Carrick, what are you doing with yourself?
I'm on my way back.
On your way back?
So,
Okay. Alright. You get back to his place and he looks surprised to see you again. Goes, did you forget something, dear? Come back for that kiss.
Always.
Mwah.
And he
Alright,
just
we're
smiles
gonna
and
sit
gives you a
back
brief
there.
little blown kiss.
No, one of my companions since I was out, asked me to if I could pick up some silver for them.
Oh, yes, we can do you some silver. How much are you after?
They were. I'm pretty sure since I'm trained in jewelry, I know what 50 gold worth of silver would
Yeah.
probably be. I'm gonna actually go double it
Okay.
because I would want to get some for myself so I can work
Can't
with
afford
stuff.
that.
No, I meant double the weight because I'm getting silver for myself.
Right. So you're going to get 100 gold worth of silver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He does that for you. He does not overcharge you, so it's just a straight 500 gold. So, what is this? More ghosts or?
Did I mishear Ali, or did she say 500 gold?
No, 100 gold rather.
Okay.
He doesn't
Just like-
overcharge you, but only by 5 times the amount. No, 100 gold worth of silver.
Which is 10 plat, right?
Yeah.
Just head them straight in plat. So.
You doing more consecration, getting rid of more ghosts?
I only half is for her. I'm not sure what Gifton needs it for, but the other is for me to do a little bit of work on the trade you taught me.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're keeping it up. In that case, here. And he actually gets a bag and tips some jewels onto the counter. They're nothing particularly fancy. None of them look like they're particularly high-grade cuts or such. And he goes, why don't you practice with these?
Oh,
Get your
Thank you.
You got to do some setting as well, of course, you know.
of course. Thank you. Just gonna put.
And you would assume like these are particularly bad off-color cuts. Some of them have clear, imperfections.
Flaws.
It's about 10 gold's worth of off-cut jewelry, jewels rather.
Okay. 10 gold with jewels. Okay.
But it's about 20 odd different little gems. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
And when you come back, maybe you can show me what you've done.
Absolutely.
And he'll bid you another farewell. And where do you go from there?
Sure.
Do you head back to the group, or do you go back to the temple?
I'm gonna head to the temple because Theldur said to take
Even
my time.
though someone tried to assuage your worries, you're
Mhm.
still gonna go check out that dream.
Well, at this point, I need to go and report what I have now done because, hey, more information she might have.
Okay. Right, so you head on back towards the little temple of Morgani.
So when
And
you find out tragically she died last night, that star that went out was her.
and when you get there,
Blame
the
Nari.
store seems to be closed.
Now I feel bad.
Now it is kind of bad.
I'm gonna knock a little bit louder because I'm guessing at this point it's normal time of the day where people are up and about. Since I'm gonna actually knock to try to get attention.
Okay, you knock, 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 and there's no reply.
I'm gonna go around to the other door.
Okay.
I'm gonna try again.
And you hammer on the door. You waited a bit. There's nothing.
Trying to remember if she actually told me she lived there. If I haven't asked.
I'll say you
I
may
think
have.
I did.
Maybe it came up in casual conversation. Yeah, she lives there.
Let's see. Where are we? Crap, I can't remember which number's which. There is more 7. Do I see anyone walking the streets around?
Yeah,
Like-
there's people all around.
I'm gonna accost the nearest person. I'm gonna gently try to stop a nearby person.
Okay, this sort of old woman, sort of hunched over, a little shawl around her head, walking stick. She squints up at you and goes, "Yes, laddie."
Sorry, ma'am. Do you know if the Church of Morgani is usually open this time of the day?
Oh, what time is it?
Gonna look up roughly what time is it.
It's about sun time, is there? It's about 10 a.m. at this point. You've all been sort of sitting having breakfast, wandering about town.
Around 10 a.m.
Oh, sometimes she closes up to go get stuff. She's a good girl, even if she does follow that god.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Are you a worshipper?
Somewhat.
You should reconsider.
Why is that?
Oh, it's no good, that god. No good. You should. Tamari. No, find. Go to Tamari, and you'll find love and happiness and or
That's okay.
what's the other one?
Kind of hoping for more.
And she seems to be staring vacantly ahead of her. Mairi! Everyone admire. No, you boys don't like her. Always good to have us. And
Is Murray the one that we were the little girl
that
mother
was Ilan.
That was Ellen. Okay.
And she seems to be fishing around in a bag of hers.
God, she's gonna have.
And
I'll give you a candy.
and
Should have
indeed she
half
pulls
books.
out this little paper wrapped bowled sweet, and she sort of pushes it into your hand. All right, you forget about this one and go find yourself a good god.
Racist little old lady. It does not stand out. It does not of character.
God, talk about evangelizing for anyone but this one.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. I will. See about
And
that.
if you see your friend, you tell her stop being a heathen. And she said she'd bring me some bread on what day is it?
Oh, so she's just a slighted old lady.
She's
What is
supposed to
today?
bring me bread on all day. I need more bread. She said
What
she'd
is
get it
today?
for me. It's fucking midday, I think now.
Watch, this is
Where's the weekly thing? I know it's in here. So one of these.
Oh
watch,
wait,
it's the
is it
temple
Hef Day?
lady's mother.
Actually, it was a Hef Day, wasn't it? No, I can't remember.
I
No, it
that's
wasn't
the
Tail
day I
Day.
have a hard
It wasn't
time.
Tail Day, so it's midday now.
And she said which day?
All day.
So it hasn't happened yet, or it happened.
Nope,
already.
it's not happened yet. She just wants you to remind her that she's got to
Okay,
bring her some bread.
I will remind her, ma'am.
The baker's is too far, and she's a good girl, that one. And she starts sort of wandering off very slowly.
Okay.
I like to think she's doing that little old lady thing where she keeps sucking in her lips. because she
Silent
doesn't have that
illusion.
many
Yeah.
And her bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's doing a little old lady walk where the cane goes out, and then there's a slight shuffle forward. Cane goes out, shuffle forward.
I guess for now I'm going to head back to the rest of the group because I will have to come back later and
Okay. For convenience
See what I
sake,
can find.
I'll say you get back to the rest of the group just as people are preparing to go do their own business. You finished your breakfasts. Poor Carrick doesn't get to eat. He had I say you had some scones with your lovely dragon friend.
scones.
Yeah.
Do we want to hit the Church of Ilin before we hit Capet? Just as a quick stop in? It's on the way back to town anyway.
Yes, that would
Oh yeah.
probably be a good idea, but Maybe we should do that later.
Oh, okay.
I should check on Klopp, though.
Yeah, I told him you'd come out and give him breakfast.
Ah, good. Did you give him an apple already?
Yeah, I gave him an apple. I didn't give one to the other ones because they're. She makes a face.
Yes, I should talk to the others about that.
You're gonna talk to the other horses for me? Gifton looks hopeful.
Sure.
You did such a good job with Klopp.
Nobody wants to talk to Haas at all
Talk to Haas.
in a friendly way.
Stupid
Haas
to
and things
understand.
not to be repeated in polite company.
Should I get back before they leave then?
Yep, you see him starting to head out the door. Because he's lazy.
Yep. I'm gonna tell Care and Dingus, because I'm just gonna go with Valdir wherever he goes, that I want Care and Dingus to fly around for a bit.
Oh, try.
gonna-
Certainly,
I'm
love.
You need some practice, and I'm gonna pull Dingus aside, and I'm gonna hug him on the hug his snout, and I'm gonna put my head right up against him, and I'm gonna go. I know that you don't like him as much, and he doesn't understand, but he needs to figure out how to fly right, okay? Because I don't want him to get hurt, because then we'll get hurt trying to save him, okay? So help him learn to fly right, so that way when we get the other pseudo dragon, he'll fly as fast and good as we do, okay?
You can see sort of Dinkus' eyes twinkling as he sort of stares at you, somewhat cross-eyed because you're so pressed up close.
You want to get back to just you and me flying together, right? And
There's that
stroke the side of his
slow
face.
bob of his head, and then you get the flash of honey stick.
All right, Kara, before you take him out, you have to go get him a honey stick. Good luck.
Oh, God. Okay.
Don't fall in the honey.
Oh, I'll try not to.
Yeah.
Be safe.
All right. Then I'll go with
Drop.
Valdir.
Drop 500 gold of silver on top.
You mean 100 gold?
No, because I'm actually not going to drop him.
I will pay you the money I owe you because I already
I will have it ready when you get here. I got double, so I need to separate yours from mine.
Oh, it's okay. I figure it's gonna be a little side project while we're on the road. I have an idea because I kind of watched when Father Stone did that thing, and I was wondering if maybe I could. She makes it. It's a dumb idea, but I want to see if anything, maybe I can ask Father Stone to make us some holy water to bring with.
Okay.
Is that silly? Is that bad?
I mean,
It might be bad. Is it dumb?
I don't think it become
I was just
don't think
thinking,
it stops being holy water ever.
I
right?
just was thinking that, like, remember what happened at the King's Mercy, and we're pretty sure that the Landors did that. What if he makes ghosts up there, and we're really far away from Father Stone?
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Okay.
But I'm gonna keep the other one. I got some jewels to make some jewelry on the road too. So.
Oh, shinies! All right. Are you gonna come with us to the Capes, or are you staying here?
Do you two want me to come? I mean.
Oh, and I've also got
Okay.
a brown parchment that I have folded up with some material wrapped in it, Allie, and I've used some twine.
Okay.
Got ready.
It's up to you. If you need more time, take it. If you want to come with.
Well, I'm going to wait to go back to the temple. It was closed up still.
Oh, well, we can meet up with you later. That way you can
oh.
check on that.
Oh, I couldn't. I just had someone telling me I needed a new god.
Did you sleep
So-
okay? Your hair's not quite how you keep it.
Gonna straighten my hair.
Your grandma would be very cross.
I
Have you
haven't
talked to your
seen
grandma today?
girls.
No, not yet.
When you call her, let her know that I said hi.
No, it's I said, hey.
Hey.
Give Valdir that look. I don't know if I really want to do this.
And Grandma Thunder said, "Hey," in this really weird
A
and
really creepy
sultry
fucking-
voice that kind of makes
Hey.
me feel weird.
Well, why don't you take a bit for yourself? We'll meet up. Maybe we can go to the Temple Island together later. Okay?
Okay. I'll
It's
start
okay.
working on getting the silver separated.
Bye.
Okay, so you're
Hold
gonna
on.
sit and get that silver sorted. Are you gonna like put it in the Vardo or
I'm putting Gifton's half.
in Vardo?
Yeah, I'm gonna put mine. Actually, I'm putting mine somewhere. Mainly because I need to open my character sheet 'cause I can't remember
Put
where
it in
my
your bag
tools
of
are right
holding.
now. Well, I think my tools are actually in the Vardo right now. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
yeah,
get
it's
that
going in the
bag.
Vardo also
So,
because that's where the tools
Gifton
are.
and Faldo are going to the Capes. RG and Corvus, are you going with? You staying put?
RG was gonna go with.
Okay, going with. What about you, Corvus?
Watching the gobos.
Watching the Gobos? Okay. I imagine then you probably escorted them out to the Vardo.
Yeah.
You saw them sort of storing away their flasks. You saw a little debate on whether they should try it now. ES seems to be like, no, we wait. And Kex seems a little disappointed by that, but he nods as if following her lead. And then Carrot comes out and starts putting silver in the Vardo, because that's what's happening. But Faldir, Gifton, RG, you start heading towards the Capes. Are you going directly there, or are you going elsewhere first?
I think we agreed to this,
Stopping
right?
at the stable, but
Oh yeah, stop
Yeah.
in the stable. So we're all going to the
You're
stable.
saying hello to
gratefully.
Klopp. Klopp seems to be getting on okay. He snorts happily upon seeing you, Faldir.
I'm perched up on Thaldir, so I'm gonna do that thing where you put your hand out for the horse nose,
And
and I'm waiting to see if that works out okay.
and the big horse nose approaches you, and then like starts to go really, really slowly, as if he's being very careful.
Yeah.
And you
And
get
then
that
I'm
light
gonna
touch.
pat, and pat, pat.
And then Faldir, you get a wave more forceful sort of nudging with the muzzle.
I was almost expecting me to think of like his head's not quite far enough, so you just use slightly to accommodate to that. That's accounting the slowness. His head's
yes,
about way further than it should be.
it's good to see you.
And you see him sort of toss his head as if indicating want something.
Yes, I've got some food for you.
And there's his hoof taps on the ground a couple of times.
Going to grab some food and feed.
Okay, and you give him his feed, and he starts munching away happily. You do notice that in the stabling, even though they're in different stalls, the other horses are like pressed as far away from his stall as they can be.
By the way, you might want to check on your horse.
I was waiting for a second. I was actually going to say RG was already actually giving food to Haas and also giving him shit for not listening to others well.
Yeah, Hoss, well, they're all still keeping away. Hoss is doing the thing of like he is going around and around in his pen, sort of tossing his head at Klopp every time he goes by, and just seems to be in a very aggressive trot. And you actually have to calm him down a bit to get him to a heat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get your horses sorted, and you're able to get on your way.
I personally go by smallest to largest.
Yeah. Right, so you're not stopping at the Treasure Villain?
Please.
All right.
Yay!
I'm not sure Capes will enjoy being kept waiting for too long, though.
Well. Okay, we should go to the Capes. Man, I hate these adult conversations.
I want to go to the church.
They're pretty
We go there
flowers.
first, then whatever time we have left, we can spend here.
Okay, that seems fair.
Okay. Alright, so you make your way down to the Capet's residence. Usual if it happens, you're greeted at the gates, you're escorted in, and then immediately taken up to Callan's room, where the door is actually wide open, and you always see him sitting there in his chair. His attire is a bit unkempt, and he looks a little bit unshaven. And basically just looks like he hasn't gone through his morning routine. Oh, now you're here? Yes, grand. Right, Cassiopeia, she's told me that you were going to be going after Aurel.
Yeah, she told us to come see you in the morning.
Okay. Yes, I was hoping to see you last night, but, well, I assume you were busy.
Apologies.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
Yeah,
I-
we're looking to go after Aurel. You said you could arrange passage.
yes, I've already sent word ahead. We're going to have one of our trade ships waiting at Road Vale. And I am prepared to arrange passage. I sent some runners out last night. We have a couple of boats here that would be willing to take you down the river.
We have some extra cargo we have to bring with us. One's about the size of a coffin.
It is not a coffin!
Not there.
It's the size of a coffin.
It's about the size of a
Size,
coffin. It's
shape,
very
weight.
important we get it to Roadvale very quickly.
Well, certainly, there will be room upon the ship. I'm booking you an exclusive passage if you're ready to go from here.
Right now?
Yes, as soon as possible.
Okay, well we got to get everybody else together. They were getting things handled. As soon as we know what ship is it?
Eddie, open up that little note.
We might need a day to finish resolving preparations.
Let's see. It is the preparations more.
What do we need to resolve?
When Fowler actually says
Or
that,
this
you see Callan sort of slump down his chair and like put his head into one of his hands.
Or this evening.
Can you not go sooner?
We could do it in a couple hours. Would that work?
We'll see how quickly we can leave.
But Valdir,
Might need some time. I'm
Every
gonna give Gifton a look of quiet now.
every hour you spend here, he is out there plotting.
We'll make up for it in the ship. But any things we leave behind or don't ensure we have could be the mistake that costs us.
which is right. We need to make sure one thing. You wanted us to, if we can, take him alive. You want that?
I just
We don't
Need-
know how to contain. How do we contain a mage?
you chop off his hands and you cut out his tongue. But frankly, I would like him alive. I would like to see him dead by my hand, so I know he is dead. But if you bring me his head or anything, I just want him gone from our lives. I want my daughter safe.
All right. So you don't want to question him. You don't care about
I
that.
just question him. No, I don't give a damn about him.
All right. So you need proof the deed is done, because I want to make sure that we do right by you. Okay.
I
So
just need to know that he's
I
dead.
was really scared about what we were gonna do to try and. I'm very scared of that man.
I need
He
to
is one of-
see him dead.
He's not coming after your child.
How do you know?
He will never get near your child. Understand?
That was Landor going after the kid.
He is a
It's
Landor.
A Landor.
He is a family Landor?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was,
That's
Oh.
the whole
he was
point.
the second oldest.
Aurel
He was the
Landor.
brother of the guy we killed.
Jax. He was Jax's brother.
Okay. I missed that.
For about 3 months now, apparently.
Well, on the note it said Orlin, no surname given.
Callan.
Anyway.
I'm sorry, Lord Kay. She corrects herself suddenly. I am very, very vested in making sure he doesn't hurt anybody ever again. I have things on the line because I'm making sure he doesn't do this again. All right?
You will make sure of it.
Yeah, I don't want him. I'd bet you my life and my soul, but she kind of gives a kind of dark little laugh at that. But I promise you, I'll see to it. Okay?
Give me a persuasion check. You can have advantage.
You have advantage.
Mhm.
All right. I am not this persuasion person.
Oh, no. You see, now that you're both closer to him, you can see how tired he looks. It looks like he hasn't slept. And there's more than just, lack of sleep. There's emotional tiredness. It's just he seems distressed. But with your assurance, you see him sort of ever so slightly relax. And he gives a slow nod. And you see... Okay.
You know, her safety is very important to me. It was very important to me to find this out for you. Okay?
Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry.
No, it's alright. I mean, we just need to make sure we do it right. We've never been up there before. I don't know what this Talon city's gonna be like. They're probably gonna be against us. They were already hiding everything about him. I don't know how we're gonna do this right, but I don't want to let him loose.
They're probably because it was a freaking embarrassment to him.
Do whatever you need to. I don't care how right it is done, as long as it is done. If there are any repercussions afterwards, I will help you deal with them.
We'll deal with them. Oh, and she's gonna offer out her package.
What's this?
Give that to Melina for me. I promise it's no fey tricks or anything bad. I promise it's fine.
He takes it and goes, "Is this for her to open?"
You can open it. It's fine.
He sort of just unties it a bit just to take a peek, and
Yeah,
is
it's just
this?
a bunch of very fine dresses. Yeah. I thought she'd enjoy those.
He smiles a bit and goes, I think she will, thank you. And he actually gives you a genuine smile, and you see his spirits lifted a bit. And that makes you feel a bit weird, Sam.
Why?
He gives you a look of happiness and hope, and you can feel something welling up within you.
Mm-hmm.
And Faldir and Argy. Gifton's getting bright. She's getting brighter and brighter.
Or just calmly, covering her eyes.
And there is a familiar pain as suddenly your ears feel very, very subjected to loud noise, a screeching of almost. And that bright light casts a shadow from nothing as you see a pair of tattered wings on the wall behind Gifton. Gifton, you can have your cleric abilities now.
Yay! Cleric abilities.
Congratulations.
Yay! Hey,
John's question: does anyone understand that, or am I the only one lost in the room?
understand
That's in
what?
character.
Kalan is leaning back in his chair,
I was
just sort of
gonna say,
staring
understand
wide-eyed
what?
at you. Well, Gifton, you just felt warm and fuzzy.
Ah, it was a warm and fuzzy feeling.
Ow.
Ow! I didn't
You
even
made a
cast
very-
a spell!
You made a very bright light.
No, I didn't.
In my ears.
As there's singe marks on the wall behind her.
I don't think I've heard something of that pitch in a long time.
I don't think I'm gonna hear that pitch ever again.
Mop.
Mop.
Well-
Three of you all right?
That was a very
It's like, I
pretty light
appreciate
show you just put on, but
Well,
I appreciate you doing whatever you did to one of the people with sensitive ears in the room. And Archie's kind of
anything.
massaging the large ears she's got.
Didn't do anything.
Kalan looks at you, Faldir, as if like, is she okay? Is this a fake joke?
It'll be. Thank you for everything you've done to
What?
ensure we can do this.
Oh,
What
yes,
the-
right. The good tidings. She's already ready to go.
All right. They know we're coming.
They know you're coming. They are
What boat are we meeting at the next place?
in Roadvale. You will be boarding one of our own ships, the liquid asset.
You're joking, right?
No, I'm not.
Wow.
Did your brother name this?
Lucian got to pick that one.
That's who I meant.
Yes.
Speaking of, is he at all available?
He's around. Available for what?
Council.
Yes, go bang on his door.
All right, thank you.
Also, I want to ask you something just as a small favor for me. Do you have any? It's a weird question, but the sending stones. Do you have any like extra normal ones? Because I kind of want to leave something with Marissa. I don't have any. I know we left you one, but I don't know if it's right to ask you back.
I mean, you can certainly have that one back, but we have none of our own to spare.
That's fair.
Or at least, well, none that we have the pairs of here. We use them for long
I can
distance.
send word through my parents to get it to.
Miss
back to you, I
Brockman,
guess.
can I talk to Marissa?
I think she was saying
no,
to
I'm saying
get
to,
word
to
to Capet.
because I think Edward would be comfortable coming to the Capet house if that's all right. To bring word and then pass the stone if we need to.
You see him actually fish in his vest pocket, and you realize he is literally carrying this with him constantly now. And he takes the sending stone out, and he looks very reluctant.
If you don't want to give it up, you can keep a hold of it. I can figure something.
Well, it's not mine to keep. And he puts it on the table and pushes it towards you.
Archie pushed it back towards him. I'm insisting it.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you inform your... What was her name?
Marissa.
Marissa. She's welcome to come by the estate if she needs to contact you, and likewise, if you want to send word to her, I will fulfill that duty.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I have one favor to ask Lord Capet.
Yes?
When we are done doing this, I know about what they're doing at the border to my people and the people they took from Tarnstead. Would you help us go get them? If we don't have to go to Sudur.
You bring me Aurel or his head or whatever proof of his death. I will give you all of the men and supplies you need to go there.
She nods. They're putting them in pits and fading them away.
Well, you secure my daughter's safety, I will help you secure your people.
She nods. Alright, let's go see Lucian.
Okay. You walk around the landing, going over to...
Just
yes?
briefly. Archie's going to wait till Gifton and Thaldy are out of the room. I wasn't going to say this with with those two here, but I made the mistake of knocking him out last time. I promise you I won't make that mistake again. And then she'll turn and walk.
Okay, he watches you leave, and yep, you're all able to make your way to Lucian's room, rap on the door, and oh, yes, enter.
Hi, Lucian!
Oh, Miss Brockren, Lord Forgehammer. and Lady Fowl, I have heard.
Technically, maybe.
I was wondering if I could ask you a few things about magic users.
Oh, certainly. I would like to think I am quite the wealth of knowledge on that. What would you like to know?
How to stop one?
Oh, well, the best way to
segment
stop one
8.
is with another magic user, frankly. There are spells that can disrupt spell work. There are a few items that can do so as well, but they are a little hard to get hold of.
On a more extended basis.
On a more extended basis, as in what?
Imprisonment.
Imprisonment. Ah, this isn't about. Is this about my brother's quarry?
Yes.
All right. Cripple the hands. Break the jaw. If you want it to be more permanent, you remove the ability to speak entirely. Make sure they cannot use their hands at all. Classic methods. Let's see. The old Sulons, they used to encase the hands in liquid steel, which, I mean, it was pointless affair, really. The hands were crippled by this sheer contact. They didn't need to do that, but there are a few devices the military have that can do it on a less permanent basis, but you would have to get your hands on those.
I don't think we're looking to restore his spellcasting ability.
Well, if it's a rail, yes, just take out his tongue, break his fingers, remove them if you wish. They used to cut off the hell hands, but you don't need to do that much.
And on a less permanent basis.
Less permanent basis, bind them him as best as you can.
Temporary ways to fight them.
Oh, temporary ways to fight them? Well, if you do not have a maid review, frankly, pelt them with as many distracting things as you can. Throw sand at them, dust, rocks. Just keep up a barrage, make them sway and falter. It won't stop them slinging spells at you, but if they're trying to uphold
super
anything...
distracting.
Yes.
Most spells have a thing where like they have to chant something or some crap like that, right?
Some. A lot of spells require focal components. Yes, that is why...
So punch him in the throat?
Punch him in the throat, maybe. If you can stop him talking, that's what you need. That won't prevent everything, which is why they also like to go for the hands. If he has a thing he uses to cast through, most people do. You'll see most pages they either use components or they will have a focus. I imagine if he's probably no different. If he uses a religious symbol or a arcane focus, you get that off of him. He will be reduced in what he can do.
When I was younger, I was told most mages can't wear armor. Is that true?
It's an old fable. Many mages can wear armor. When it comes down to it, it does not impede any ability. It's just a matter of, well, time to train. Most mages dedicate themselves to spell work and don't have time to learn martial affairs, such as the appropriate wear of armor, how to move in it.
Mm-hmm. Good to know. Have you ever been to Coldthwaite?
Coldthwaite? Oh god, no.
You heard much about it?
It's an incredibly unfun city.
Do you know any places to buy pseudo dragons?
Pseudo dragons? Yes, quite a few, in fact.
Gifton looks like she's hoping.
Um,
Don't answer.
Personally, I peruse a whole lot when I was in Windy myself. Very nice collection. I have heard that Coingate has a very fabulous little store. I imagine if you go up anywhere near Dorthwaite or Birchvale, they'll find there's a lot of strange trade up there, what with the military presence.
Okay. I'm looking. I'm probably going to go see if I can pop into a couple shops and try and get another one.
Yeah. Yes, but on that, see if you can catch one of the traders coming in at ports, I suppose. The pseudo-dragons aren't from here, you see.
Oh, okay. I can do a lot of weird... I do weird fey magic. which I don't know how much you know about that.
I've
She
read a
says,
little. I'm not entirely versed in it, but
I don't really understand it that much. I wish you knew more about it.
it's kind of the
But
inherent property of fey magic is it's rather hard to understand.
yeah, but I don't understand the arcane magic very good. I can see when I concentrate, I can see the light that comes off things, so I can tell if they're a magic item or if they carry magic and things like that, and I can
Mhm.
see if they're inherently fey or celestial or infernal and that kind of thing. But if is there like any spells or anything that help you like track where other magic users are to find them, or
Beyond the usual short range detection things, scrying. It's not exactly exclusive to tracking magic users, but it's useful.
okay, I don't think I know how to do that. um all right, I'm just trying to think of ideas to try and it sounds like it's going to be a big city.
It's quite large.
I'd love to talk magic with you sometime when we're not being rushed onto a boat.
Certainly, when you return, I'd love to have a conversation. Always nice to see
Yeah,
people thirsting for knowledge.
maybe we can go over some of my spells and you can show me some of yours. And that would be kind of fun.
Oh, I'd love to, and perhaps Carrie could come along as well.
Yeah, his is really weird because I can't see it when he's doing things. That is the strangest thing.
This is quite strange, but very interesting.
Oh, you should also see what's going on with Cassiopeia. There's something really weird there too.
Oh, you all seem to have something quite fascinating going on with you. So, what boat are you taking?
I think he's having a sleep on the Good Tidings.
Good tidings. What about from Roadfail?
I don't really think I caught the name of that boat.
I believe
I say with a bit of a smirk, like I'm
there
not
was one.
saying it.
What was that, Fowler?
I believe it was one of your old boats.
Oh, yes, the liquid asset. He says, as if looking expectantly at you both, you three.
Hard is nothing.
You're
No.
supposed to laugh.
You went for the easy joke on that one.
Oh, it's a grand name. It's a good joke. Trade.
Alright,
It's
maybe-
a boat.
What other boats have you named?
Well, they didn't let me name any other boats.
You had a list ready though, didn't you?
Oh yes. Let's see. Liquid asset. There was the good tides. I liked that one, but it turns out there was another boat with that name already.
Yeah.
Well, almost. Hang on 1 second, and he actually goes over to a drawer and opens it up and pulls out leaves of paper.
Oh no.
You've put a lot of thought into this.
Yes, this
But
one. Look, seize the day. But
Oh,
look how
I
it's spelled.
love that
See-
one.
see-
I
seize?
love that
Yes.
Oh,
one.
Jesus, starts
That's
cackling.
a good one.
Another one because of our business ventures, the bailout.
I like that one.
Yes.
Thaldir, can we steal that one for when we get a boat, please?
Maybe.
Didn't like this one. No. Let's see. And he seems to have momentarily forgotten you guys are there as he's looking through his old names.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you.
Oh,
about.
yes?
You like to have fun. Sure, you have your finger pulse of the community.
I try to. My idea of fun isn't comparable with a lot of people's, but I try.
I've heard of an interesting group in town. Think they might be artists.
Artists.
Have you heard anything about this?
I've heard of the small group meetings, artists just sharing ideas and such. Novel. The art's not really my cup of tea.
His entertainment is specific.
It's very bohemian ordeal.
So, trouble.
Trouble? Not that I'm aware of. Why, is it something that concerns you? I can certainly put my own ears out there if you want.
I just want to make sure that there's no problem that I'm leaving behind.
Well, I shall use my extensive spy network to keep an eye on it. How about that?
How many spies do you have?
None. I just talk to people.
Yeah.
I felt like he was eyebrow waggling at the time he was saying extensive.
It's actually a darn shame that my dad's recovering. He was a really good spy.
Really good spy.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I suppose he would be, wouldn't he? One of your kind.
Yeah, he was the master spy back in Tarnstead.
Hmm. Tell me, when is he up to being visited? Do you know?
He probably would be fine to be visited. My mom's
It's
just
the
being extra
mom.
freaky.
Would she be a first to say some gifts being brought over? You know, some nice teas and just to help his recovery.
I think she'd be fine with that. Why?
And might pay a visit then.
All right.
Anyway.
We should probably get going. We're taking up your time and your space.
Oh, I wasn't doing anything.
Nice to see you, Lucian.
It was lovely to see you all as well.
No sudden visits from Carrick's grandmother.
Oh, thank the gods, no.
She's the loveliest lady, isn't she?
No, she's terrifying.
What? Oh, she was probably very cross with that whole thing with the... Oh, yeah. My parents, they were livid.
I will tell you, I could not be in the same room with
Nice.
her. And I swear there is something... Well, no, there is something supernatural about those beasts. That's quivering being in the same room. Hopefully next meeting will be under
kinda like
nicer circumstances.
Well, last time she was here
Women?
in Boltwood, we walked all around town. And huh?
Very funny fact.
That's what he said.
Quite women.
Women.
Last time she was here, we walked around town and we went and had food, and she was just like the nicest thing. And Dingus was just head over heels for her.
Where is your little dragon anyway?
He's probably scaring the ever living daylights out of Care right now. I'm trying to teach Care how to fly.
Oh, I see. This other one is for Care then?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just trying to mate them.
Oh, I mean, I think that's what Dingus is hoping.
Oh.
But no, it's a little awkward when we fight because if Care's riding behind. Did I tell you Care killed a griffin?
No.
Yeah, oh, well, our last adventure, Care killed a griffin. But it was really hard because I can't shoot my bow very good if he's in the way because there's two people riding on the same mount, and it got awkward because I couldn't aim, you know. So he needs something else to ride.
Well, nice. Good luck on finding one then, I suppose.
Yeah, it's not like you can really like get a bird to behave really easy.
I mean, if you would like, I can see if we can order one for you.
That would actually probably be a good idea, maybe, instead of me looking around everywhere.
Well, I mean, it would probably be faster for you to travel to one places that have them, but if you can't, then having one brought in on a ship.
What do you think, Valdir? Do you think that's more reasonable than trying to find one abroad?
Depends on how quickly you want it.
Our next boat coming back from Hexenreich should be a couple of months. We could see if they can grab you one. Are you after egg or already hatched and trained?
Already hatched. Probably.
Okay. Well, that's up to you. Again, they're not hard to find in the right places, but if you can't go there...
Yeah, I mean, can't get all the way up to Winden though, so maybe I'll just try shopping around. If anything, if we don't, we just next time we spend a couple months here, maybe I can put it in order.
Yes. Okay. Yes. See what you can do, and if not, we'll see if we can get our hands on one.
Yep. Thanks for the offer.
Certainly. Right. Well, you all have a lovely day and good voyages.
Bye.
Thank you again.
Oh,
I'm gonna take
of
out
course.
my. I'm gonna tap on Thaldir's radio because he's got it badged onto him now, and I don't have Dingus. And hello.
This button. Yeah. Hi. Hello.
And that's where we're gonna be, okay?
What? No.
Oh,
Gifton.
hopefully he got that.
Yeah,
Gifton,
hopefully you got that.
Gifton, can you repeat that?
Unfortunately, the way that it's held, it's pressed down still.
Glad he heard everything. No, I'll press it again. Hey, Corvus, you there?
Yes.
You can hear two
No,
goblins
not-
going,
not-
Corvus,
not-
Corvus, Corvus.
No, I'm not. No. No.
You're not
Put that
there?
back. Yes. Hello.
He's probably getting into trouble again.
Don't
Listen.
run with that.
We need to get ready to leave at the docks in a couple hours.
Okay.
The boat is Can't wait to see you there.
You purposely did that.
Did what?
Left the name out. I've got this thing working.
No, she said the name. It's
Very funny.
It's the good tidings. We're leaving in a couple hours. Make sure everybody else knows.
Okay.
Alright, there. I'm done messing around.
Right,
And
okay.
this is when Corvus decided that he hated us all.
this? As opposed to long ago?
I need a small operating table.
Gifton, Faraday, RG, as you're sort of walking away from Lucian's room, you see a little face peeking out of her room. The door sort of slightly ajar. Familiar face to you, Gifton.
Melina!
And she puts her finger to her lips and goes, shh, shh.
Shh. Shh. I shh back at her. Shh.
And she pokes her head out more and goes, Father says I'm not supposed to wander about.
Aww. I am going to, in a mighty feat of strength, use my daily free racial.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna Misty step over under her shoulder and give her a hug.
She sort of gasps at the spectacle of that. And
There. Now you didn't have to go out. I'm here.
It's really, really good to see you again.
It's really good to see you too. I left a present for you with your dad.
You
He's
did?
gonna bring it up later. Yep.
Thank
I hope
you.
you like it.
I got something for you as well.
Oh. What'd you get me?
And she sort of starts to walk back into her room, but you're still there, so
Yeah, I'm coming
you
with.
come with. And you see her pick up a actually quite fine drawing. Looks like it's in charcoal.
Oh, wow.
Of the group.
That's lovely.
You are slightly larger than you normally are, if only for the fact
Yeah.
that she wanted you front and center.
Oh yeah, so I'm clearly the biggest person in this picture now.
But yeah, it's not a masterpiece. It's not high art or anything, but it is recognizable as the group of you.
Yeah.
Dingus is even there. There's no care.
Forgot
Right.
that one.
Yeah.
Aw. Well, thank you so much. This is so lovely. I will treasure it. I'll put this up in my home.
And she smiles brightly when you say that, and she walks back over to the door with you, and she gives a little wave towards Farrell doing RG.
RG, could you make sure that this doesn't get crumpled up? I'm gonna put this in my house.
Archie will take it, kind of pack it safely away in the haversack.
All right. Well, you be super duper good, and I will see you when I get back to town.
I will.
Maybe we can go collect things in the woods together or something. Maybe once everything's better. Okay.
If that lets me, yeah.
Well, Dad's gonna have to let you if I start rattling the cage.
She nods a bit, looking doubtful.
Keep your Uncle Lucian company.
She nods again, a bit more enthusiastically this time.
He needs the company.
I don't know why he doesn't want to go out.
Well, yeah, outside can be a pretty scary place.
Yeah.
It's good to see you, young lady.
And
Is your mom back
you
yet?
too, my lord, and she actually gives you a curtsy, Valdia.
Ah.
No need for that.
And yeah, well, mum's back. Well, it's kind of. She keeps going out. Dad said she keeps going to the guards.
The guards?
Garrison to talk to Mr. Tillman.
Oh, why? Is she giving him a piece of her mind?
I don't know. And she just shrugs vaguely.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give her another hug and I'm gonna give her a kiss on the cheek. All right, you be really good.
I
I'll
will.
be back as soon as I can.
Okay.
Maybe I can make you another dress when I get back.
She there's that brief look of ooh in her eyes, but she
And also, you gotta meet my dad. My dad's in town now.
could I?
Yeah, my dad's at the fine cut.
I'd like that.
I bet he would love to meet you.
I'd like to meet him as well.
All right. Well, I am going to look over expectantly for somebody to pick me up because I'm not wasting a spell slot.
Oh, just extend an arm.
All right, I'm gonna come over there.
Well, I'll come within arm's reach and extend an arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gives you a sort of little wave as if a goodbye, and you're able to come out of the estate in the usual escorting manner, and go about your business. What is your immediate thing? What are you doing next? Just to know.
I don't have anything to do other than Ellen Temple, and then I'm ready to go.
Yeah, that's on my list.
Okay, right. In that case, Cassie,
Yes.
what trouble are you getting up to?
Well, she was getting her supplies. She
Mhm.
was getting her sweets.
Mhm.
And she's trotting around town, keeping herself calm and collected. And it's actually a good morning. And she's basically just roaming.
Just having a nice day.
Yeah, without the sword.
Okay. Where did you leave the sword, by the way?
In the Vardo.
In Nevada. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Mm-mm.
Shit, I just thought about that.
Yep.
There's going to be a fried goblin when I get back.
Corvus is there.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
great!
Yes.
Your other favorite person.
A fried human and 2 goblins.
So,
No, Cass is trotting around being happy.
as you're trotting around, you walk up a street, just sort of letting your feet guide you, your hooves, and you get a little hollow of Miss Stillshot.
She skids to a halt and turns.
And as you turn, there is a familiar woman waving out of a familiar pie shop.
She waves back. Oh, hi.
I haven't seen you for a while.
We've been out of town. We're probably going to be heading out here real soon.
Oh well, what would be good for your journey.
Yes. How many you have? What do you have?
Fresh out the oven. Got some good beef pies. Got steak and ale. Got steak and gravy.
Yes.
Oh, come on in. And she will situate you with a bunch of pies. How much do you want to spend?
How much are they? They weren't too terribly expensive.
They're
last
not
time.
expensive. They're like a few copper pieces each.
She's going to buy about 3 or 4 silver each.
Okay. Yeah, that will get
And then-
you roughly. Say a silver piece will get you 4 pies.
Okay, so she's going to spend 3 silver and buy up
Okay.
a bunch of pies, and she's only going to eat one and get the rest to go.
Right, they are set up in. It's not exactly advanced wrapping, but they're wrapped up in a package for you. Brown paper. And she smiles and goes, "Don't want to see you in here again. You're a good customer."
Yeah, sorry about that. It's been hectic.
Well, don't let life drag you down. Make sure you enjoy yourself. But yeah, and she actually starts pulling out one of the sort of sweet pies she has. You expect looks like blueberry based on what's bubbling out of the crusting, and she actually wraps that up and puts it on top of your little package and goes, "This one's on the house.
Oh no.
You
No, this is
you enjoy yourself, and you come back."
I will. Thank you.
And she smiles at
And,
you.
and Cass is doing her quick glance around the entire building.
Mhm.
And making mental notes of anything that may need to be fixed.
You see, to your eye, there's always things that could be fixed. There's always things that could be improved. There's nothing particularly dangerous or looks like it's going to give way anytime soon. But you could see things that could do with a bit of sprucing up.
Okay. And Cass is just smiling. Thank you again.
Have a lovely
I
day,
do
dear.
appreciate it. I'm going to try. It's going to be a very exciting couple weeks.
Well, good, exciting, I hope.
Exciting, just exciting. she's got this worried.
Yeah, she chuckles a bit.
I don't know what I was getting into when I did this, but
Well, I hear that from a lot of adventurers.
I'm a carpenter.
Don't
As she-
your deeds don't say that.
What's that?
Your deeds don't say that.
Oh, you haven't seen any of my work, have you?
Oh, I've seen a few of the repaired buildings.
Oh no, I used to work in a shop back in Tarnstead with a master by the name of In Gunderson. We used to do all sorts of stuff. I miss it. I really do.
Oh, if you ever come back here and settle down, maybe I'll get to see some.
Maybe. But thank you again.
Of course,
I do
dearie.
appreciate it. And you have a wonderful day.
And you.
And Cass is going to happily trot off.
Yeah. Yeah, she made some money. Good.
And Cass is going to is actually going to start making her way back to the inn.
Okay. Carrick,
Yes.
what are you doing with yourself?
I think it doesn't take long to separate the silver.
It does not.
Have we heard anything that we're leaving Shroon?
You're in the
Yes.
Vardo, and Corvus probably got the message.
Yeah.
So I
but
was trying to figure out how time was running. So
you probably wouldn't have heard it right away. You'd probably be able to go do something, but then you'd get a message that a couple of hours.
I'll be honest, since I don't know we're heading out,
Mhm.
I'll probably grab whatever little side food that they've got.
Mhm.
Um,
You get some bread and cheese.
yeah, and then going back to the temple.
Okay, you head on back to the temple, and it still looks like it's inactive. Doors are closed, no lights.
I'm gonna go to Amor.
Okay, and you double back and go to see Father Stone.
Yes.
Okay, you arrive at Father Stone's place. Doors are sort of cracked open as if, like, hey, we're open, but there's no sermon or anything going on right now, so...
I'm gonna slip it open and head
Okay.
on in, rapping as I do
Okay.
on the door.
Okay, thank God you did that first. Okay, so your rapping alerts Lana to the fact that someone's coming in and does not startle her. But she smiles when she sees you enter and gives a small little bow to you. Carrick?
Is
Regular the screamings from Lana every time someone startles her.
is Father Stone around?
He not right now. He's off visiting Father Turner.
Okay. Do you know if he visited the Church of Morgani at all today?
He went last night.
Did he say he talked to the sister, or
He said
was it closed up?
He said she wasn't there.
Do you know her by any chance?
She shakes her head. Not really.
You said he's with Father Turner over at.
At the Church of Talon, yeah.
Okay. If I'm gonna try to talk to him there, then. Thank you, Lana. Sorry to
course.
bother you.
Oh, it's nice to see you. Bye, Carrick.
Nice to see you too. And I'm going to full speed this at this point.
Okay, you running?
Yeah, this is the triple move at this point because she's starting to get a little worried.
Okay, all right. So you start running over to the Church of Talon, and doors wide open. You're able to run on in. You see a few of these younger priests in there, cleaning, taking care of things. One talking to a couple of people. But when you run in, one sort of looks up at you and can I help you?
Yes. I was looking for Father Turner and Father Stone.
Oh,
I was told that Father Stone was over here.
yes, they're in his office right now.
Um,
And he just sort of like points.
okay.
You guys are a familiar enough face that they're not going to.
Yeah. I'm gonna dash over there and knock nicely.
Uh-huh.
I may be panicking, but I still it matters.
Yes.
Father Turner, Father Stone. It's
Carrick. Oh, come in.
I'm gonna open the door and slip in.
And as you come in, they're both actually at the one of the little sort of side tables in this office, and they're looking through books.
I'm sorry to interrupt, fathers.
What can we do for you?
I stopped at the church, Father Stone, and Lana said you were here and said you had checked on the sister at Morgani's.
Oh yes, I tried to see her last night, but she didn't seem to be in, or she wasn't responding at least.
She still isn't.
It's a little concerning.
Um,
Perhaps try it later. Maybe she's just out.
do you know any of the Morgani worshippers?
Not
They're in
really.
the town?
No.
Okay.
You could also bring up the fact that you've already been there today at dawn, and she wasn't responding.
Yeah. And if it makes a difference, I've been there 3 times so far today, trying to
She
catch
wasn't
her.
there at all.
I was at dawn about 10, and well, as long as it takes for me to go from Morgani to your church and then run here.
Oh.
I don't know if I should be worried because
Father Stone is actually very visibly frowning. He looks at Turner and goes, "We'll do this later. I think I should go see the guards. I'll go report her missing if this is. I mean, if she's not there yesterday, this morning, now, it's cause for concern, right?"
what time did you go visit her?
Oh, it was pretty late. That's why I suspected maybe she had just gone to bed.
Do you remember roughly?
Perhaps around 10 p.m. or so.
I am going to guess I was not asleep at that point.
You were not.
Okay. Okay. I was there yesterday, wasn't I?
Yes.
Or is it what time? Because you know me and my
You were there
okay.
much earlier.
Okay. Okay.
I'll go talk to the guards and see about Or maybe they can open up the church, and if she's not there, go looking for her.
Okay. I'm gonna head back, I think, and we're up at the lantern light right now. So,
Well, I'll send word up to you when I know.
Out of
Okay.
character, is anybody else desperately wanting to know what these two were talking about?
Nah, it's not important.
Love it.
No, not really.
No. Watch.
Part of
yes,
their
but
weekly
it's not
book club.
something on Carrie's mind right now. He's got other worries right now.
I'm just saying I'm interested.
And you see Father Stone sort of nod at Turner, who comes up to the both of you and goes, "Well, I'll see you both out, and you don't you worry, Carrick. I'm sure she's fine."
I hope so. Thank
For
you.
all we know, I mean, she doesn't get many visitors. Maybe she just went to see family and didn't bother telling anybody.
Just hopefully.
Shit, I just realized we were supposed to go to the Talon Church on our way
Yep.
out too, man.
Yeah, I mentioned it in chat, and Talon was mentioned.
All right, then.
Yeah.
In that case,
Just gonna
as
detour on the way.
Father Stone and you basically walk out together, Carrick. Turner sort of escorts you out a little bit and then leaves you to your own business. You see Faldir and Gifton and RG come down the street towards you. And Father Stone gives him a small wave before.
Stone waving at him.
Nice to see you all. I'm afraid I must rush though. I'll get word to you as soon as I can, Carrick. Okay.
Thank you.
What's up?
And Carrick can tell you, and he'll start at a good pace heading down the street towards the keep.
Is there something going on, Carrick?
There might be.
Should you go with him?
No, I think Father Stone can handle that part of it.
We're gonna be leaving by boat in a couple hours. The good tidings at the docks. All right.
I guess while he's taking care of that, I should go pick up my bait then.
Yeah, you might want to get your
Assistance?
stuff going.
I should be fine. It didn't when he pulled it out. It didn't seem like it was that much. I'll
Alright.
get that and then I'll head up to the Lantern Light to get my stuff ready.
Or just meet us at the docks. I think all of your stuff's in the wagon, right?
Um,
I don't imagine you took most things into your room.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure anything you took into your room you took out with you.
well, I didn't. I grabbed just the bag of holding. So actually, what was in the backpack?
If there's anything in your room, we can get it for you. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
And by we'll get it for you. I kind of like half tap Faldir. I'm sure the big strong dwarf can carry your bag.
Gifton, I left your sulfur over by you and Carer's bag area. The
Okay.
other block's mine to work with.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I just need it shaved down into powder at some point.
Oh,
Okay,
I
I think
can
we're
probably
gonna
do
stop
that.
in and see Father Turner, and then we're going up to Illan before we get the wagon and head to the docks.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. And he's gonna walk and think.
Okay. All right. Carrick is going to walk and think.
Yep.
Corvus, the goblins are actually pretty well behaved. They are pestering you a bit to. I'm getting feedback from somebody. Oh, just I don't know.
Is it me?
Don't know. Anyway, the goblins are being pretty well behaved. Corvus, not causing too much issue. They do seem to be fretting over these kegs a bit. Like there's temptation there, but they want to wait. But there's temptation.
If you want to take a drink out of it, it's fine.
No, must save it.
it's going to be a long journey. So
Yes,
I
one
guess...
needs it later.
Hmm.
You could just go buy them a drink.
Yeah, he's like, well, how about this? You go back in the tavern, and we can get some of what you bought for right now.
They
Not
look at you
have
like
to-
you're a genius. Like, oh my god, this man is so clever. And they
Come
both
on.
nod enthusiastically.
Let's go. Everyone's running around to do things, and we got a couple hours.
Okay. As you start to lead them out, you hear a from within the Vardo behind you.
Turns and looks.
Looks like Cass's sword in its sheath has just sort of slid down the wall where it's propped up. And it's hit the ground.
Huh. You didn't touch that at all, did you?
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
What
They
about
know
it?
better.
Yeah. I should at least put it properly away. No one takes it, and we'll lock the door as well. No, Cass is quite protective of that thing.
You put it back up on the wall.
Cass doesn't. Cass sleeps in the stalls, doesn't she?
She
doesn't.
sleeps beside the Vardo when you're traveling.
Yeah. Is there like a shelf or something?
You've got cabinets and such.
Cabinets. There's not like a banister shelf.
I don't know.
Gifton, you designed this thing.
Why not just
Cass
put it on
designed
the
it.
table?
Why don't you just put it on one of the beds?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because they're
Or that, like the table or something she can reach.
and put it on
Yeah.
the bed so that way you know it's not gonna fall off really easy.
You go and pick it up and put it on the bed.
Alright, okay. Wisdom saving
Oh, no.
throw, please.
Yeah, I figured as much. But he doesn't know about this sword, except that it talks. Let's see. Corvus. Wisdom saving throw. Alrighty, here we go.
Okay, so you feel your body when you touch this. There's a slight tingle in your palm, and then your body seizes up and starts to turn immediately towards the door and move in a jerky fashion.
Is he aware of it?
You are aware of it, but you cannot turn your head to look around. You can't basically control any of your motor functions. You just seem to be walking out. And as you come out with the sheath sword, the goblin's going, Mr. Corvus? Wait,
Can he speak?
give me another wisdom. Just a wisdom save, please. No. You are trying to speak. You're trying to yell to them, but your body continues on. And the goblins start to follow after you worriedly because they're not supposed to be on their own.
Yeah. Good goblins.
Okay, Cass,
Mhm.
whereabouts are you at this point?
Well, after getting the pies, she was going to head back to the Vardo to put them away and start
Okay.
handing them out because the goblins might get a kick out of this.
All right.
It's bread and meat, but it's all the same thing.
Corvus and Cass, I want you to agree on this, high or low.
It's meat
Low.
cake.
Did you say low as well, Corvus?
Sure, if we have to agree.
Oh, unfortunately, as Corvus, being controlled by the sword, goes off in search of Cassie, Cass, you arrive at the Fardo a few minutes later. Door's still open. You come in, you put your pies down, and there's no one here.
Hello? Hmm? Corvus?
And your sword isn't here.
It grew
Grabbing
legs
her
and got up
stone.
and walked away.
And she says, Corvus!
Is that the sending stone?
Yes.
It responds back to the base unit in the Vardo.
Well, that's why is it the sending stone or the walkie-talkie?
The walkie-talkie.
Okay. Yeah, that would just... You hear your own voice coming out of a base unit that was left behind in Vardo.
Cass is just going to start twitching. She's going to gently set down the pies. And she is pulling her battle axe, or her great axe, off the wall. And she's going to go stomping around.
You are not going to run around town wielding two-handed your battle axe, are you?
She's going to have it sheathed, but she's going out armed. Someone stole her corvus and her sword, and most likely the goblins.
Oh my god, you just admitted it's
My
your
God.
corvus!
That is exactly
I ship it.
what I was gonna say.
Right. So, Cass, I need you to
So
roll
what's the
me
money?
a perception check. This will take you about 10 minutes. And for at the same span of time, Corvus, you get another wisdom save.
Okay.
Perception. Straight.
Just straight perception check.
Oh,
Yep.
you're
Okay. Right. Du-du-du.
He does have two goblins with him.
That is true. They're probably
You know
clambering
what? In that
around.
case, because they're worried and sort of tugging on you a bit, I'm going to let you have advantage on that save.
Okay.
And because they are loud and very easy to find, Cass, I will allow you to not have another perception check, but I will allow you to have a persuasion check as you talk to people, trying to find out where he is.
Okay. So just a straight persuasion?
People are intimidated by you for some reason.
Horse meanies.
For some reason, people are a little intimidated by you, Cass. It's hard to tell why. All right.
Normally, Cass's hair is all up, and she looks like she's actually
Proper.
soldiery.
Okay.
Right now, she kind of has this juxtaposition of being in something of a sundress, hauling around a battle axe or a great axe.
Right, now we're going to do this. Cass, where would you like to go look? Because I know exactly where this is heading. I'd like to see if you can figure it out ahead of time.
Oh.
If I were an angry sword, I would go to
Looking
the last
for you.
place I knew. I'm going to go to towards the King's Mercy.
Okay, all right. You start to head towards the King's Mercy.
And I'm grabbing the actual sending stone that goes to Thaldir.
Do we still
There
have
is none.
those? Because
We don't have them. We gave them to Capet.
different people. We have one that goes to Capet that Thaldir
Alright.
has, and we have the other ones.
I gave mine to Gifton.
And I have mine linked with my parents. So yeah, we only had 4, and they're already in use. So you don't have a sending stone to Corvus.
No, because Corvus left the base station.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because Corvus isn't himself.
Great. Okay, so I'm going to King's Mercy.
Okay, you're going to the King's Mercy. Okay, so
You could have grabbed the base station, and you could have radioed for help.
Cass didn't think about that.
That's
it's
true.
fitting. Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Cass, so you start heading towards the King's Mercy. You gonna rush there, or are you gonna go the long way? Like, are you going side streets, or are you going main street?
I would like to make a wisdom check to see if Cass can kind of puzzle this out as to what might be going on.
Okay, go ahead and give me give me an intelligence check.
That's not a check, that's a save.
Check. Hit the big block.
Okay.
There you go.
Ooh.
Cass, it's weird that the sword would just up and go off with Corvus or be stolen. You're pretty sure that sword would be hard to steal, seeing what it did to Gifton.
Yeah, it probably grabbed hold of someone.
So, and you felt that compulsion it pushes on you before. You're betting if that sword is trying to get Corvus to come find you, whether they're working together or not, it's probably going to check the places that it knows you go to, as it's been to them with you. So, King's Mercy is not a bad idea. Any of the churches, if it's not a bad idea. The Capes, Pie Shop, who knows?
Allie, I will say that Corvus does have a busted leg still.
Okay.
And he doesn't have his cane.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's why I like the Terminator picture.
Uh-huh.
When did you
King's
bust your
Mercy,
leg? How
Temple
long
of
did you bust your
Amor,
leg?
and then up to Capet. Actually, over to Capet first, up to Orland, and then back across town to King's Mercy. No. God damn it.
Where would your sword go?
That's what I'm trying to think of.
The temple.
It might go to Amor first, because we were there a lot.
Or a
Well,
different
remember, the time frame that your sword knows you is the time after we killed the Manticore. You didn't spend a very much time at Amor at all during that.
Yeah.
You have been to Capet. You have been to
The
the
king-
yard where you built the Vardo. You have been probably to those pie shops. You've been to the Fine Cut. And you've been to the King's Mercy. Those are the places you've frequented since you've gotten the sword.
All right.
Because remember, you spent 2 months or a full month learning from my mom how to tailor.
Okay, so new plan: King's Mercy, Fine Cut, House Capet, Yard, Orland.
Okay. Right, so you head to the King's Mercy. Again, main street or side streets?
Main Street, because Cass wouldn't be able to go down the side streets really.
And are you running or walking?
Brisk trot.
Brisk trot? Okay. Let's get
And standing at her full height, so she's not towering over everyone, but she is now kind of imposing.
Okay. So you start. Give me a perception check as you run along.
Perception. I clicked on that.
Very nice. Okay. So as you're running along, you do not see Corvus. However, what you do see are people in certain spots muttering and looking off in one direction, as if that was a bit weird. People chattering amongst themselves about something they saw.
Okay.
And they do seem to be looking off towards the Fine Cut.
Immediately catching hoof and trotting even faster towards the Fine Cut.
Okay. Corvus, you have arrived at the Fine Cut.
Oh, wonderful.
You feel your lips move in a very odd fashion. It's as if this is trying to figure out how to form sound with your mouth. And you hear yourself call out, "Oh, wielder mine, where are you?"
Oh.
And, yeah, Cass, well done. You start heading towards the Fine Cut, and you see Corvus basically standing outside, looking up at the building.
Cass is, and I see him, the sword, essentially the sword holding him and him holding the sword.
Mm-hmm. And you see the goblin sort of like tugging on his tailcoat.
Cass is doing that cross lip whistle at the top with as much force as she can put into it, which is a lot.
Okay. You whistle, and you see Corvus immediately turn on heel and start marching directly towards you.
And Cass is just saying very politely, "Put him down."
And the sword gets pointed at you. It's still sheathed, so it's not particularly threatening, but it is like pointed towards you and held straight out at arm's length by Corvus, who is still moving.
And Cass is going to walk up again.
Mhm.
Put him down, please.
Take me.
Oh.
And Cass is just going to grab she's going to grab the sheath.
The moment your hand takes hold of the sheath, you see Corvus's hand let go, and Corvus, your entire body suddenly feels very weak. It's like when you really over tense your muscles,
Mm-hmm.
and that pain
It's
afterwards.
almost like you went through a barbarian rage without having any of the class.
Your entire muscles feel like they're now cramping up.
He will collapse down. He's not a strong man,
Yeah.
so
And your leg really doesn't feel good.
yeah, he falls over, elbow plants into the ground, and he starts going off in Hexenreich verbiages.
Cass is going to pick him up and
Ah,
basically shoulder carry him.
shit.
And as you're carrying him, you can just hear in your mind, "If you ever abandon me, I will find you. You cannot leave
I
me.
didn't abandon you.
I know what abandonment is. It is doubt, it is hope. That hope that never comes. You lay there thinking they will be back for you, and they never return.
I didn't abandon you. I went to do some things because I was going to try and do something nice for you. Had you simply asked him where I was, and he probably would have told you I had gone out shopping. Because I didn't go out armed, which meant I would be back to get my stuff, which includes you.
Persuasion check with advantage.
And this is where it fails.
Do you have inspiration? Oh, you already rolled it.
Okay, so
Did you say I have inspiration?
I mean, inspiration
The
just gives you
inspiration
advantage.
gives you advantage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I already had
Oh.
advantage.
Inspirations just give you advantage. That's all they do.
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of my game. My
Yeah.
apologies.
So, you say that to the sword, and there's that sort of silence where you can feel its little emotional tinge, and there's just uncertainty.
All right, so let's just say this. If you don't know where I am and someone in our group picks you up, just ask them where I am, and they will happily tell you where I am. Because Corvus could have contacted me. He was right next to a device that allows him to communicate with the rest of us. And he could have simply called me and asked me where I was and what I was doing, and he would have happily told you. You don't need to worry. You are with me, and I'm with them. We are a group, we are a team, we help each other.
I am very confused, but thanks.
You should not be out of my sight.
Well, sometimes separation is needed. Just to back off, because I was quite angry with you last night. Very angry with you. I'm not so much now.
The sword has separation anxiety.
It does.
It does.
And I'm just
A lot
talking
more
to
than
Corvus.
that.
By the way, we're going to have to name you something, so it's easier to refer to you as something other than sword. But
Swordy.
Corvus, you just
That-
happen to have a interaction with her. She's very worried about me, so
It just fell over. I was gonna write it.
she was panicky. She was panicking.
Oh.
She apologizes, don't you?
I do not such thing.
She apologizes.
Well, for one, that is very weird, and I do not know how you do it, but power to you for figuring that out. 'Cause that
She's just going to
hurts.
say, she's just going to say, angry, very angry. It's a clash of rage.
Yes.
It's like two storm fronts beating on each other. But let's
That
get you
just
back
makes
to
a better. That just makes a worse storm.
Why do you think
The
why
perfect
do you think
storm.
we destroy everything that gets in front of us?
Get out of
That
the
is
boat.
that is true. That is true. Oh,
We're going to put you. We're going to take you back to the Vardo. You're going to eat something because I got some really nice pies.
Corvus, this is the best time for you to tell her, let's go move the box.
yes. Well, I was about to contact you after I gave the goblins some ale.
You
We
gave
can
them
get the
ale.
box. I did. Did I give you all ale?
No, you said we go get ale, then you start walking here.
Okay, since we are all here, and you have your sword, I don't know why that is important. Let's go get the damn box.
Oh, your coffin? Okay. And she's going to.
It's not a coffin!
She's going to turn towards the docks. So, where did you put it?
It's down this way in that building over there.
Corvus is able to guide you down to the warehouse where the box is. Do you carry him
entire
all the
time
way?
being carried.
Yeah. The goblins sort of follow along, and both of you give me an insight check.
taking
think
out
they
the
weird couple.
goblins. Oh, well, they are.
Nice.
Nope.
Nice.
Nice. Cool. Right. Yeah. You get nothing. Okay.
Aren't you glad that we suck at
Yeah.
insight?
What is
It
with
is
this
really
group?
the worst. It was the worst thing for us.
Hey, I resent that.
Yeah, but
And
you
I
never
have
have
a
to make
plus
it.
3 on insight, which sucks.
Right.
I'm just having bad dice night.
Okay. And yeah, the warehouse front is open. You obviously see a familiar face who just gives you a sidelong glance and nods his head in, as if go ahead.
He gives a little hand salute, and then
And he gives
stretches
you a
himself.
derisive look, as if, what the fuck are you doing?
He stretches himself up.
He's like, live long and prosper
Yeah.
as he goes in.
A little tricky to walk down Corvus as you don't have your cane.
Yes. Damn. Right, this way.
Lean on Cass.
And Cass is going to set him down.
Yep, and he
Were
leads you
you
in.
ride carrying him? Because this is what my headcanon desires.
No, fireman carry.
Is that why there were certain images being linked earlier this week?
Yeah.
Centaurs doing things?
Cass is going to set him down. She's going to strap the sword to her side, and she's going to walk over to the box. She's going to tap the box with her hoof a little bit, see how easy it shifts.
It doesn't shift with the hoof tap.
Give it another swift kick, because if you can make a small hole.
No, Clifton. No.
And she's going to orbit it once or twice,
Ugh.
and then she's going to kneel down and pick up a corner. See if she can pick up a corner.
Okay. You can pick up a
yes.
corner, and you can
Next.
sort of it is heavy, and you can heft it up. You can lift it like you would say a sofa to look under it.
Okay. And she's going to heft it up, and then she's going to start working her way under it
Okay.
until it's on her shoulder, and then she's going to stand up.
Strength check, please.
She is super strong.
She is
And
super strong, but this is
he
about
is-
the object's weight and balance and size more than just
Oh,
weight.
you're gonna break that box. This is gonna be great.
Okay, so Cass.
Corvus, he's not watching this, but he looks over at her picking up the box at the back end, looks over to the goblins and tells them to help with the other end,
wish
and then
you're
looking
gonna
back
call the
and seeing
goblins.
her lifting this thing up on her shoulders, like, Cass, no.
I'm letting Cass have her initiative first.
I know.
As disastrous as it is. Cass, you try and do this, and you feel like you could lift it, but you get it sort of vaguely up, and then it starts to slide off to the side. And
Okay, Cass is going to go back
unfortunately, a bit too late, as the box now goes onto its side on the floor, and you can hear things inside of it. There's the sound of wood hitting wood, metal hitting wood. You hear something shattering.
Oops.
Oh, no.
It's still in the box.
It's still in the box.
He said nothing about condition.
He did say nothing about condition, but oh no.
And the lid actually, you see one of the corners
Oh,
sort of
no.
pops slightly as one of the nails holding it becomes dislodged.
Out pops a body.
Cass is going to see that. Cass is going to flip it back up, and she's going to.
Okay, you hear the shifting of objects inside again, the grinding of what sounds like something shattered.
Cass.
And then she's going to. Is there a hammer nearby?
Not that you see.
Okay, she's going to grab the battle axe, or not the battle axe, the great axe.
Mhm.
She's going to choke up on it, and she's going to use the flat of the blade as a hammer to nail it back down.
Okay, you nailed it back down.
And she's going to orbit it again.
We help.
Yes, help, please.
Yeah, this time you help.
Okay, so they get out. The goblins sort of look at it. They start chattering at each other and go, "You get on back. You lay down."
Cass kind of gives them this low glower. What is your plan?
We help get on your back, and you stand up, and we hold sides.
She snorts at them. It's the best plan we have.
Cass, do you have any rope by chance?
She looks at him, deadpan. No, I don't. My
Okay.
bag's back at the Vardo.
And
I like
mine
how-
as well.
The warehouse dude was like,
Uh.
come collect it when you can, expecting a wagon to be pulled up or something.
Okay. Is there any rope around the warehouse?
You're not
yeah,
tying
on
the box to
objects
me.
and stuff.
On objects?
Like,
What did you say, Cass?
already
You
in
could probably
use.
go buy some from one of the guys.
Yeah.
Really quick.
What did you say, Toby?
You're not tying this to Cass.
I'm going to give you guys an intelligence check each. And, in fact, I'm going to give the goblins one shared one.
Yay!
Check.
Just a straight
Okay.
roll.
Smart man not being smart.
Where are my goblins?
I don't know.
Wisely hiding.
They're right there with Cassiopeia and Corvus. That's what they are.
Right, I'm just rolling a d20 for them because I can't be able to drag out a sheet.
They're wise, they're not intelligent.
They're brighter than you guys.
Yeah.
Actually, they're chatting amongst each other, so yep, 11's the best they get. But it's good enough. Corvus, you get it with your 10 as well. Yeah, you could just go hire a wagon from like real nearby. It's not like the warehouse district doesn't have them. Cass could easily lift it up into a wagon.
Cass, let's just get a wagon. This is stupid.
Go get a wagon.
I like the mimicking of the accent.
Funny. He will go and try to flag down a wagon.
Cass, you're left alone with the box.
And two goblins.
And two
And two
goblins.
goblins.
Who are also chattering curiously about it. We heard crunchy crunch. Broken?
Probably. But we're not worried about it.
No, not worry.
Nope, not worried.
Okay. What
You
is
have
it?
no chaotic bones in your body, Cass, and I love it.
Keck seems to be looking
Breakage
curious in
isn't
the
our
books while ES is sort of like trying to angle him away from it.
Just remember, breakage is not the issue of the shipper.
But what in?
That's the insurance's problem.
It make many interesting noises. What's inside?
Is it food?
No.
Oh,
It's nothing we need to know about.
what?
What?
Don't understand.
It's not ours. We don't need to look inside.
Goblins are staring at you.
You just
Hey, I
spoke
want-
weird words I don't understand.
I want to know what's inside, but it's not mine.
It hurt us if we look.
Probably.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've met some people who have shipped boxes who have really, really big guys who work for them who will happily break all your legs and arms.
Corvus, you are able to hire a wagon out, 5 silver pieces.
Let him look.
You get it. You get the wagon for an hour.
Okay, I can do that.
For you and your girlfriend to do whatever you want.
And it's not particularly fun for you to put it all the way back over here with your leg. You can.
Oh, yeah, damn it! Should have.
I was amused that it was sent this. That Corvus was the one that went to find it. Yeah.
This is how Cassiopeia is making him learn a lesson. about
Cass, you see Corvus sort of struggling to pull a wagon back in with him.
Hey, you found a wagon.
Make him drag it the rest of the way.
All right, we got it. Let's get the down thing in the wagon and get it to the ship.
Right, with the goblin's help and your strength, getting it up into the wagon is not a hard thing. You lift one end, prop it up, and then shift heist the rest of it up on there. No roll needed with your strength. Yeah, you manage to get it up on the wagon. Doesn't really need to be secured. You're not exactly going over rough terrain or anything.
Going over cobbles.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And you start with it. Do you know where on the docks the ship is?
No.
Were you told what the ship was called?
Yes.
Oh, yep, good
Okay.
tidings.
Okay.
Casa Corvus, what ship are we going to?
The good tidings.
And Cass is just literally going to look for a longshoreman.
Okay. Yeah, you can find one.
Where's the good tidings?
Good tidings. I believe she's down at the southern docks.
Thank you.
Second pier, I think.
Okay.
That one?
Yep.
And Cass is going to start hauling the cart down that way.
Okay. Right, you guys can do that. Alright. Gifton, RG, Valdir.
Yeah, London.
Temple of Talan, right?
Yep.
Alright, you head on in. Are you looking for anyone in particular? Or are you just going to
Father
spook some
Turner.
priests?
Wow.
I mean, now that
That's
we're here.
tempting.
Okay, at the sight of Valdir, one of the priests looks ever so slightly wide-eyed and just points immediately towards Father Turner's office.
Just nod.
I'm waving at that priest, and I'm going, why do they look so scared when they see you? They're always really nice to me.
I think it has something to do with being a lord. They're always so...
Is it because they all know that you broke their window?
What are you talking about?
Baldur, I don't think you need a title to scare the pants off of people.
I remember when you broke their window.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Remember there were those priests that were hanging on that rope and you were like, I want to throw my axe.
Hey, Gifton, it's your favorite friend.
And
The bag?
you're able to walk over to his office and the door's open. You can actually see him in there, putting a couple of books away on a shelf. And he turns around and looks a little surprised, but not too
Oh,
unhappy
hope
to see
we
you.
weren't interrupting something.
Oh, of course not. Hello.
Doing some reading?
Yes, just a bit of light reading. We just saw Carrick. Are you after him?
No, we were after you.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, it's nice to see you.
Hey, nice to see you too.
You
Okay,
said
goodbye.
follow up with you today after our discussion yesterday about Coldthwaite.
Oh, yes, that's right. You wanted a little help with contact and such, right?
Yes.
Yes. Unfortunately, I have less for you than I thought I would. I have some names you can check out, but I'm not entirely sure they're actually going to be there.
It's no longer list than we got currently.
Perhaps looking after names will get you into some conversations themselves. That might help.
Anything you can provide is appreciated.
Right. Well, here I have a couple of things. He pulls out from his desk basically a folded piece of paper, some names, and this. And he thumps down a rather large book onto the desk. This is a book of law, as in the actual laws, ones that Coldthwaite enforces quite strictly.
Oh, so only a couple.
Yes, just a few. I think a little light reading might do you good.
So to make sure we don't
Any
run
bullet
all of-
points of anything we should be specifically worried about?
Really do not litter.
Oh, I don't litter.
If signs say not to do something, really don't do it.
Okay.
And basically just keep your noses clean.
I wash
Oh.
thoroughly.
I suppose the better question is there anything we can do with the city?
Yes, you can live your lives happily and freely. You can go about, you can buy things from businesses, you can live there, you can obey the curfew and go to bed at the appropriate time.
Do I need a business license to work there?
No, but I very much recommend you keep your adventurers' sigils on display at all times. Your little tags.
Oh, because I was gonna maybe look at doing some tailoring work while I was there, so I wasn't sure if that was anything I needed.
Oh, actual work. Oh, yes. Yes, you will need a license.
Oh, okay.
Unless you work for the nobles, in which case they will basically cover you But if you plan to set up shop, yes, you will need to go through the appropriate measures.
Okay.
I suggest. What are you going to do? Some tailoring there?
Yeah.
Make sure you stop in at the House of Law and apply for a what do you call it? A freelancer contract.
Okay. Thank you. That's really handy to know.
And do tell Cassie that as well, in case she wants to do some of that woodworking.
Yeah, I'll do that. Is there anything we need to worry about for stowing animals and stuff like that? Is there any like issues with horses or such chickens?
Try not to have livestock in the streets. If you're transporting them, make sure you clean up after them.
Okay.
Beyond that, no, you can't just leave them out in the streets, so make sure you stable your horses properly and keep the chickens stowed away.
Okay. I think that's mostly it. Gifton frowns for a minute. Looks over at Thaldir. Should we be concerned about... Do we have to declare anything when we arrive? Like, I mean, are they going to do zones of truth on us or anything?
They might. They have the right to. Anyone coming in can be stopped and questioned if they believe there is concern or cause to. But it's no guarantee that you will. They may try and persuade you to give up your arms, but your ranking, you're allowed to keep them.
And there's no issues with different races there, right? Like goblins and fae and whatever.
Lucky about the City of Law following law very strictly is they do obey Barast's law recognizing sentient creatures. So your goblins should be safe.
Oh, good. Okay.
That's a bit of relief.
Well,
Oh no, that
thank you
means they're
again.
going to recognize the sword as a sentient being.
I will say one thing. The guard don't have a lot of presence there. The King's Guard. Most of the law is enforced by. They call themselves paladins, but not in the sense of the great ones. Just they are the church's They are the church's enforcers, and they believe very strongly in the law and justice of Talan, to a zealous extent sometimes. Keep out of their way.
Magic. Is that a problem?
Magic is not a problem as long as you have the appropriate papers. Of course, if you're casting fireballs, that's a problem anywhere. But
Well, I'm technically not.
do be careful with scrying magic and such. Invasion of privacy and so on, you know.
Oh, okay. Do I need to have papers?
Shouldn't need to. Frankly, I'm not entirely sure. If I had had a bit more time, I could have perhaps found laws addressing Fae themselves.
Would
but
they have anybody that I can contact at the docks to make sure I'm not violating anything? Do they do that?
not back when I was there. If a creature displays, well, the ability to talk and think for itself, it should be recognized under the laws for sapient creatures, but
I was just wondering if the church offered anything like, I'm not a I'm a recently civilized creature would probably be the best way to say it, and I'm still trying to learn and understand. Would they help educate me so I don't mess up?
maybe.
If I approach like that, maybe, because I don't want to mess up.
Yes, that's a potential angle you could take. Unfortunately, it's been a long time since I've been there. I'm not entirely sure which department would even do that.
I'll ask about, but thank you so much, Father Turner.
I'm sorry, it's not a lot of help.
Oh, it's lots of help. I hope we do you proud, and you won't be disappointed in us.
I'm sure I'd never be disappointed in you. I'm just a little concerned, and I know you are an unconventional group, and it's not an unconventional city.
You're very much a non-conventional group.
Be safe, my friends.
Yep.
If only.
Well, actually, hang on a second. He pauses and he actually pulls out a sort of old chest from the corner of his room, which looks pretty dusty. And he opens it up and starts sort of rummaging through it. And he pulls out various little holy symbols on string, very small ones, just look like necklaces. They don't particularly match in style or anything. They look like quite an assortment of things in age as well. And he gives you a faint smile as he carries his over to you and goes, "Yeah, Talan's symbol. Perhaps if you wear these, it will show a little good faith. Maybe Talan will guide you in the city as well."
Who's he handing this to?
He's holding them out to sort of in Faldir's direction, but it's to the group, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, Faldir is
The leader.
the leader of the group, and you are tiny.
Yep.
Elder will look at them. Slight hesitation, and then take them.
Yes, try not to do anything.
I will pray to Talon for his guidance. So
Yeah,
that
he's
screw the pooch.
Yeah, that hesitation of you taking them is also mirrored on him handing them over. And there's that unspoken thing of, please don't do anything that would desecrate my lord's name while wearing these.
Yeah,
No, I think it was accurate when he just stopped with "do anything."
Just don't.
Just try not to.
Well, do send word once you're in the city if you're able. I'd certainly like to hear.
Yeah, I'll try and send word to Edward Alassanor at the Fine Cut.
I'll be sure to check in with him.
Well, I'm just gonna at the mercy of when Thaldir wants to leave.
Everyone stands around awkwardly for a bit.
Thank you again.
Of course, bless you on your journeys.
Talon's blessings to you, Father Turner.
He smiles and nods his head and lets you go. Gives you that sort of polite, "Yep, you are leaving now."
Get the hell out of my room
Yeah.
now, please. Yep.
Please leave.
Oh, and it was nice to see you're keeping up relations with the other churches.
Oh, Father Stone? Yes. Well, I feel the separation of the churches was a mistake. Perhaps if we had more confidence within each other and more communication, I don't know. It just feels like the right thing to do.
Sense.
No idea what was happening, but he was here, so I assume he
Yeah.
talked.
That sounds like the most civilized thing I've heard in a long time. I think Talon would be proud.
Yes. Oh, and do tell Carrie to keep me appraised on Darcy.
Darcy?
Yes, the Morgani priestess. That's her name, right?
Oh, I don't know. He was talking about weird, strange dreams, and then he took off like crazy this morning and left all the indoors open, and he was in a panic and he ran out.
Small concern that she's missing. Father Stone has already gone up to the keep to report it, and well, I'm sure he'll send word.
Unfortunately, we're leaving in a couple hours.
Well, fun cut then. Yes.
Fine cut. Be safe.
Yeah, you as well.
Missing.
I'm
Okay.
gonna sad face at Thaldir. We still have time to go to Illan.
Yes.
We have to go pack.
We will go to Ill. Do you have much packing you need to do?
Also, do you even need to pack, Gibson? All
My
your
stuff
stuff's in the
lives in the
thing.
box.
All your stuff's in the Vartal. My stuff's in my bag, and I don't know about you, Thaldir.
Most of my
Actually,
stuff's
technically, some of my stuff is flying around the city somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Oh, your stuff is on an adventure. In the Fardo, there's a radio going, "Gifton,
Meep.
Faldir,
Hello?
help!"
Ah.
Oh, we have one to spare? Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's on Dingus.
It's on Dingus. That's the one I usually have
Yeah.
because I can't carry it. It's on Dingus's saddle all the time.
Okay, Carrick,
Yes.
what are you up to?
Went to go pick up bait.
Right, okay, you head on down to the docks and yep, you get all your bait and such. Did you already take your tackle box and everything last time?
Yes, I
Yeah.
just left the bait down there because I wasn't sure how
Okay.
long we'd be here. So
Yeah, you're able to get your bait, and you actually see Cass and Corvus going down the dock with a rather large box on a wagon.
how much like a coffin does it actually look
Oh,
like?
so much like actually, it doesn't look like a coffin. It looks like it could hold a coffin.
Going to go up to them. I'm going to put
The goblins
the
wave at
bait.
you.
I'm going to put the bait in the wagon too. Why? Might as well not carry it.
The wagon needs to be
You're-
returned.
You're right. It doesn't look like a coffin. It looks like a carrier coffin.
Oh my God. I've had a very interesting day. Let's just get the damn thing on the boat, and then we can get started on this merry adventure. And we'll forget about the coffin.
But we're going to be with it for like a couple
I
days.
don't-
So
Ah, as
So-
long as it gets to the destination,
not going to be forgetting about it for a couple days.
it's going to go in the hold. It's going to remain in the hold until we get to the destination, and then we'll give it to whoever else wants the damn box.
Right.
As long as it isn't being stored up on the dock.
As you
deck.
guys are coming down the riverfront, you see a rather wide barge-like boat at the second dock. There are currently men carrying boxes off of it, and there's even a ye olde crane essentially lifting a rather hefty box off of the boat itself as well. And it looks like it's been cleared off.
Well, have fun. I'm going to go back up to the lantern light and make sure all the rest of the stuff is in gear. And I grab my bait. I was just going to make him carry it for as long as I could.
And before Carrick can go, Carrick,
Yes.
there's some pies on the table. Grab one.
Okay. I can do that.
Pie?
Oh, you're going to enjoy it.
We thought we were gonna enjoy ale too.
You can have ale with pies.
We'll get L on the way back.
Got kegs. Why not tap them?
No, save for journey. And Keg's not here.
No, but the pies are also back at the tavern.
We're not at tavern.
We will be soon.
Right.
And Cass is just going to trot up to the good tidings with the cart.
Okay. You're as you head towards it, you're sort of waved down by a gentleman in thick, heavy clothing. Looks like it's purely for warmth and not much for style. And he's got a short cropped beard. He's starting to grey a bit, but he looks pretty fit otherwise. Human gentleman. And he goes, "Hey, you the ones from the Capes?
Yes.
Right, is it
Yes.
just you?"
Yeah.
Nope.
We're just doing a delivery. This is extra cargo that needs to be taken to Roadville.
Alright, is this all the cargo you got?
No, there's going to be a caravan coming with us.
The caravan?
Avardo.
Vardo. How big?
And Cass is just going to rattle off the exact dimensions.
And
Is that
he
big?
nods, following. Alright, just that?
And the passengers.
Right.
And
Yes.
the horses.
And horses.
and 4 horses.
Horses as
Have
well,
we
right?
taken the livestock?
There
I
may
do
be
still have the
livestock.
cow. I didn't get to sell it.
There may be livestock. They can go with the horses.
Alright, well, I should be able to fit it all. The Capes are paying quite a dime to get us empty. Send the cargo on the next ship.
Leave the cow with the capace.
You must be taking something pretty important.
It's trade goods.
Gotta be valuable trade goods for them to pay that much. Right, let's get this on.
More of a trade team, actually.
Yes.
We're
just
the Tarnstead Trading Company, so they're moving us to help with some things.
All right. Well, nice to meet you, Tarnstead Trading Company.
She waves.
pleasure.
I'm Captain Benson, and
Nice.
I'll see you on your way.
We'll be back shortly with everything else.
All right, we'll get this loaded
And
up
she
for you.
She waves.
Do I need to return the car to the original, or can I leave it here?
I don't know. Where'd you get it from?
There's some bloke down the street.
Oh, I imagine you should take it back to him then.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. You got business to do. Did you get his name?
Allie.
Did you ask his name?
I imagine in the course of conversation.
Right, you're able to give his name, and
Alright.
Cass is just going to go. If you can get the box off, we'll get it up to him because we're heading up that way.
no, all right, all right,
Yeah.
lads, get this off real quick. And they do. One of the four gentlemen come over, heft the box off, and you're
And then
able.
Cass is grabbing Corvus,
Mm.
unceremoniously putting him in the back of the cart, grabbing
Yeah.
the goblins, putting them in the cart, grabbing the cart, and trotting down the road at a very high clip.
Okay, right, you start doing
I
that.
feel
You're able to
bad.
drop.
Welcome to the Cassiopeia rickshaws.
You're able to drop the car off and then get headed back to the tavern. Okay.
I did have a gold piece for you. You were from last night.
Oh my.
Anyway. You're having your little conversation with Gifton, and I was going to give some gold back to the party. I guess you can just... I was trying to make a joke.
Right.
And Cass is just giving him this look of like, you're making no sense, Mr. Foreign-speaking man.
I understand that.
Gifton, Valdir, Ardy. Off to the Temple of Villain.
Temple of Villain.
Okay. So,
Unless RG wants to go elsewhere. Yep. You're muted.
She's taking care of what she could at this point.
okay, so you head on up, detouring to the Temple of Villain. Once again, it's a nice little greenhouse-style temple. And actually, as you're walking up to it, you can see a familiar little flower girl, sort of, air quote, helping her mother, who is looks to be a priestess dressed up in the colours of Ilan. Rather sensible robes. They're not too long. Got slight cuts in them that she can move easily, and yeah, she's got an apron on over them and is currently tending to some of the gardens outside the temple.
Oh, this place is so pretty.
And it is a vast array of colours. There are flowers of all different types and blooms. Fowler, even with your terrible, terrible knowledge, you recognise some blooms that really shouldn't be blooming this time of year.
This is very, very good. I don't think I've ever seen these at this time of year.
And as you come on up, the little girl sees you. She sort of jumps up and starts waving, which she has a little spade in her hand, which starts flinging mud about as she's waving.
Excellent.
Yeah, and you see her mother sort of glance up. It's very clear relation. Hair colour's the same, eye colour's the same. You could see how she could grow up to be very similar looking. And you see the priestess sort of stand up and smile, wiping her hands off on her little apron very unceremoniously. And she starts walking over to you with a little girl. I take it you're the ones she's been on about?
I suppose.
Well,
The mother of this lovely girl.
I am Sister Gardener. And she gives you a sort of little nod of her head. And it's very lovely to meet you. In fact, I would like to return some of that coin you sent along, if you wouldn't mind.
Important question for Sam. Whereabouts would Gifton be?
I'm riding on your shoulder, most likely.
Okay, so I shouldn't bow.
If you, I will say I'm pretty trained at riding crazy people, so if you want to bow, it's fine.
I'm going to bow.
All right, grab it on.
No need
It's
to
an
do
honor
that,
to-
my lord.
Oh, you do something far more important here.
Well, that's very nice to hear that. Are you a worshipper of Ilum? Or
It's
just
the
here to
only
appreciate
god
the
I know
beauty?
that's worth it.
I am.
Ah, it's Miss Brotgren, right?
Yeah.
It's lovely to meet you. And she actually sort of holds her hand out a little bit as if to shake.
I will put a hand on it.
Yeah, and she just does a little shake. It's like,
Yep.
it's rare to
This
see
is
your
such
kind.
a beautiful, beautiful garden.
Oh, I'm glad you think so. I know the Fae have quite an eye for beauty in nature.
It is deep within our heart. We love it very much. I
Oh.
am so happy to see this here.
You are more than welcome to browse my garden, but seriously, my lord, you have given us far too much.
No,
No?
No.
Also, I think it
Not
was kind of
nearly
like it
enough.
wasn't just him; it was everybody. We were all kind of chipping in.
Yes,
But he gave a lot.
it's more than generous of you all. Thank you. If I must ask, is there a reason you've come here? Not that I don't appreciate it, but I've heard that you have worked with some of the other churches.
Oh, it's not anything bad. I promise.
Ah, and there's a mild look of relief on her face.
She just likes going to churches.
Well, and the flowers are just so pretty, and she was selling, and we just wanted to see where they came from. I'm sorry to alarm you.
It's okay. Sorry for my assumption. Well, I'm glad you've
We
come to
had
see my
really
garden.
pretty flowers, like some of the ones she brought back in Tarnstead, and it made me think of home.
Tarnstead, it was rather far south, right? That means, yeah. And she sort of waits you to come follow her. And she actually walks into the little temple. And it was pretty outside, but in here, there's less of the arranged beauty and more sort of wild bloom. There are planters everywhere hanging from the ceiling of it, and she leads you over to one particular bed of flowers, and it's a set of flowers you all haven't seen in a long time. You saw them plenty growing around Tarnstead. A nice sort of vibrant blue, sort of paling towards the middle, and you really haven't seen them since leaving that southern region.
Gifton actually looks a little choked up.
I believe these grow down there, right?
Yeah.
Well then, and you see her reach under these little tables he's on, and she just starts pulling out some little pots, and very carefully she's digging.
Oh no! We couldn't. We couldn't.
You
we can't.
very much can.
No, but we won't be able to take care of them right. Not where we're going.
Don't worry, these will have Ilan's blessing. They should take care of themselves quite well, as long as you can give them the faintest of attention.
we're honored.
And if you can't,
Yeah.
then, well, flowers wither. It's part of nature's cycle.
Ilan has been very kind to me. So I thank you for this gift.
You are more than welcome. Let's see. Just, will you be able to take these? And there's basically 8 small little pots. I can get you a tray to carry them on if you need.
That may be helpful.
She smiles and nods, and she basically just digs it out. It's less of a tray and more an old piece of wood. But she sets them on top of it, and she even gets you a very old little watering can. Looks quite beat up, and she puts that alongside them and goes, "Why don't you take these with my blessing and Dylan's?"
Valdir, a new garden for you.
Oh, maybe it will go as well as the last.
I think it'll go better.
Bit of a green finger, do you?
We had a very lovely
Whoa.
garden back in Tarnstead.
Except when the kids would run through it.
Yes, that does happen quite a lot. But what is a garden if without people to appreciate it, even if it's just by passing through recklessly?
I suppose.
She smiles a bit and holds the board out to you, Faldir.
I'll take it. There you go, Gifton. Now hop in the middle of it and you get to ride with plants.
Yay! Alright. Well, I don't think there was anything else we're doing to this poor lady.
Well, it was very nice to see you all, and thank you for what you've done for me and my daughter.
Thank you for the joy she spreads through town with her flowers.
I like to think she brings joy as much as she helps us get by.
Ellen's blessing with you.
And on you. Safe journeys.
Journeys.
Right. Okay.
Thank you.
And you're able to head on out with your little flowers.
Yep.
And you're all able to, over the course of the next, half hour or so,
Hours.
get yourselves
Yeah.
gathered up.
I'm feeding people
Get our
pies.
shit on the boat and get out.
Yep. You're able to take the Fardo down to the docks with your horses,
Can we sell the cow and the chickens?
if you would so like. I will
Yeah,
say,
we'll-
if you're selling them quick, you're gonna get half rate on them.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thought you
We're
were
only gonna
keeping
get
the
half rate anyway.
chickens.
No, we should sell them because it's honestly just gonna be a lot of bother. So we'll get more chickens later.
Once we get back on the road proper.
Do we,
We could keep a
have
few at most.
supplies?
If you do not have supplies, you will be able to get supplies. We'll handle that just out of session.
I was asking that in character.
No.
Because
No, we got supplies. Remember we did that
Yeah.
the first day we were back. We bought supplies, so we got supplies.
And the Fardo is winched up onto the barge, basically, with this pseudo crane. The horses are a bit trickier. They don't like being led over. But you do. Crop goes over easy. Two of the horses go over easy. Boss Hoss freaks the fuck out. Some of the
Right.
stuff on the dock may get smashed slightly as he freaks out, but eventually you get him onto the boat.
RJ will be trying to, when he's freaking out, try to calm him down and be chiding him. Oh, no.
Yep.
Stop it.
Boss Hoss hate water.
It's okay.
He's not scared of it. He
Sauce.
just has a grudge against it.
Yep.
And soon enough,
Donkey, you keep it up.
the barge is on its way. And we are going to end the session
That's
there.
where we should end because
Yeah.
Addy is dying.
Yep.
All right.
No, thank you for
Darn, there was
going as
one
long
last
as
thing
you
I wanted
did.
to try and do.
What is it,
Right.
Tubbs?
Oh, I was going to get everyone together with the sword and do something, but if you want to end,
We
Yeah.
can probably do it next time. Also.
Yep.
yeah.
Right.
Even if it's a retcon of
Yeah. We'll handle it next time. Just
Oh
keep
no,
it-
I was going to do
It's
it
only
on
1 in
foot.
the morning.
Okay. Everyone take 1,100 XP.
Ooh.
Addy's just happy that we're out of Fardo City, so you get
out of
out of Fardo.
Out of Verdo.
Yeah. And we will do this, usual time next week.
Yeah.
You all will do this all usual time. next week.
You're going to be gone next week?
I start work at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Come on, call him from work.
Can't.
He's gonna be river sick. That's all.
Carrot spends most of his
call
time
him from
fishing.
work, unfortunately.
Yeah, that too.
I'm
yeah,
assuming
I
we
guess.
got Care and Dingus before we left.
Yes.
Or
No.
without
When
No.
when
They
you
were
actually
gonna hit the
Karen Dingus do meet up with you because you guys get the basin in it and are able to contact them. They arrive looking really scruffed up, but refusing to talk about what happened.
Oh man, we missed that episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it was a side episode where they
However,
bonded.
you do see Gifton that when Care gets off Dingus, he sort of gives him a not loving but firm, appreciative pat on his shoulder, and Dingus bobs his head.
Oh,
my
I'm
God,
really
it
hoping
happened.
that they were gonna like fist bump and just
Well,
do
Sam,
like
I
the
guess
nod.
you're buying a new mount for yourself now.
Screw this.
They will
Got
never
into a
be
brawl with
friends,
a
but they
cat.
will have respect.
Hey,
Yes.
Stone never got to us, did we? Did he?
Nope.
Okay. Just before we go, then I'm gonna write a letter
Okay.
and leave it with the. I cannot remember the name of that place for anything today for some.
Fun
For
cut.
the Lantern Light, because I told him that's where we were
That's right.
staying.
Okay.
I will send you a message later in the week of what the letter was. It's
Okay.
basically I'm going to say if Doctor Stone, Father Stone comes, or a message from Father Stone, please give this to him.
Okay. All right. Well,
Um,
thank you for playing,
only-
guys.
Yes.
Yeah, the only
Thank you, Ali.
in-character thing I had to take care of briefly was don't have to roleplay or anything, but basically RG would have gone and said goodbye to Marissa and told her, hey, if you need to send me a messaging,
Yeah. Okay.
like basically relayed all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And